Ready for the mosh pit, Shaka Bra.
But I put some posts out saying that we would be going live as well at like 9 o'clock. So maybe it does drag people in, which would
I'm
be
trying to go
interesting.
on the okay, it's upcoming.
Is it upcoming?
Okay. Okay, and now I'm in the live chat. Okay.
Oh, it says you're now alive on the channel. Is this the link
Yeah.
that's working for it? Let me see if it works. I'm going to try and open it, which is going to cause even more problems at this point.
Yeah, if there's anybody in the chat.
Yes,
hello.
It's on. I think that one person's me, by the way.
Yeah.
Right, let me just quickly fill these descriptions in because I can do it now whilst we're on.
Oh, it's Kevin.
Which one?
It's Kevin. The Kevin. The Kevin.
I don't play favoritism in this channel.
KJL.
Yes, there we go.
Yes. Yeah.
The boss.
Oh, he's a moderator now.
Yes.
Okay.
I gave him the power. I know you don't like him, but I do. So
Australian. You're an Australian now. Hello, Louis Feggy? Louis Feggy?
I thought you were about to say Louis Theroux then. I was like, oh my God.
Louis Theroux.
I was like, is he a Life is Strange fan? I was like, damn. Let me have a quick look at this. I need to get my
Hello, Kerwin.
How
are you doing?
Yeah.
So KJL, on a serious note, thank you for taking the time to moderate the chat. I know me and you have gotten to a bad foot. You know, I know you don't like me on the inside, but thank you for taking time to moderate. Make sure that nobody bullies me and my tattoos.
Could anyone bully you?
Everybody bullies me. Like, here's the other thing. Like, I got this bald patch still on my arm because this was supposed to go here, but then the artist convinced me to put it here. So now I'm just living with a bald patch for the time being. Yeah, it's great. Kerwin asks, who's excited? But
yeah, we'll be digging into that. That's why KJL's the moderator, because when the excited goes into full-blown escalation territory, someone's gonna have to diffuse the situation, and it is him. Just posting this on feeds, guys. Will be with you shortly.
At least somebody likes me, KJL. I know I'm married, and legally speaking, my wife has to like me.
I think I'm not really that in sync with the YouTube thing like the kids, but I'm pretty sure you can put a poll into the actual chat. And if KGL is that kind of person, you could put a poll in asking if people like Adam. And if I was him, I would put no and no as the responses. That's that. So let me put this here. I'm gonna quickly do this one.
Oh, Wizard King Kevin. What's up, man? How you doing?
He's back. Yes. I wonder what he thought of Stranger Things' finale. No spoilers, please, Kevin Kestis, as well, if you do give insight, because Adam has watched it and you probably heard his reaction.
Yeah. I'm indifferent. You remind me a lot of my brother. Do I? That's unfortunate. I'm sorry that you have like a knobhead for a brother. But
ooh, we have dog party. I'm excited. I can't wait to have other plans a lot. Ooh. Hello.
I'm also sharing it on my Instagram here. So
I'm also not excited for this game unless Dayan Horton's in it. I don't care otherwise.
Yeah, that would be cool.
If she's in it, then I care.
Yeah, I'm assuming you posted it on the on the
I post on Twitter. I'm just posting on Blue Sky at the minute. We will be starting shortly, guys. Just bring you all in here so you can watch and stuff. If you have any questions for Adam, you can ask him. Not that you probably don't, because he has no friends. But
yeah, I was about to post my story, but I don't know how to on my phone because I'm stupid.
You never tech savvy. And you never actually like any of the posts as well. Like, would it really kill you on Instagram just to like a post? It just like boosts the metrics. But then I just see you
I
coming
will.
in comments saying called it, like you didn't know about this game for years. Like, come on, man.
I called it in a way of just like 2026 when he was like, "Oh, is it going to come out in 2026?" I'm like, "It's coming out this year, 100%." Yeah, no, I'm just like, it's not even. I'll even say this before you even start the stream. Like, I'm just not on social media, not because I'm like, oh, I'm above social media. I'm so brave. I'm so brave and not liking social media. It's more of just like, I don't know. Like, I want to do other things, and social media doesn't really fit the void. Remember when like Twitter used to be like a really cool place to be? You know what I mean? Now
Well,
it's
I'm
just,
on there. It's really cool.
is it though? Because you're on it. You're like the grandpa that first came onto Facebook and made Facebook not cool anymore.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Wow. Come on, man. Was that really
uh,
necessary?
yes, absolutely. But that's what I mean. I'm just like, I don't know. Like on a serious note, Adnan, like, do you know what I mean? Where it's just like,
Yeah.
social media used to be like a lot more fresh.
Yeah.
Now it's just kind of like, it's almost
It's
like a
like Reddit.
chore. Yeah. Oh my god, especially Reddit. But that's what I mean. It feels like a chore for me to go on social media now. It used to be like super fun and casual and meme worthy. Remember like the really good memes you would
Yeah.
only get from Instagram. Now it's just like, not even just slop. It's just repeated images all over again. It's like, okay, we get the joke. Thank you.
That is
Um,
I'm just finishing posting these links off. By the way, as well, like even on Reddit, like this is the wildest thing you'll ever imagine as well. Someone posted like my reactions on certain things, and it was like this guy knows like inside sources, and this is what he's feeling about the Life is Strange game that's coming out. I was like, hang on a minute. I was like joking with someone about Manchester United and stuff, and they actually took it literally. And there's like comments on Reddit, people laughing, saying like, "I never thought we'd see Manchester United on this Reddit page." It's like, me neither. I was like, why are my reactions on here? I was like, this is not insider information. I was joking with someone because like it
yeah.
was like football banter, soccer banter. And then even the best
Yes.
part as well, I'll pull up like in the thread, they're explaining the difference between Sir Alex Ferguson leaving and David Moyes coming in to explain the metaphor of what I'm actually alluding to. I'm like Sam Bradley once said, like art is like this. You know, sometimes it's just straight art. You don't have to read into messages. And I was like, why is my comment here? I was like, unless I said otherwise. Look, that other episode, do you remember where I said to you, I was like, I'm going to say at the very beginning that don't like pull out my comments and post them in other places,
Sorry.
you know?
Real quick, and I'm going to get to Wizard King Kevin's comment as well. Lost Fan said, destroy social media, bring back forums. 100%. 100%, dude. 100%. Except Reddit.
Oh, those some days.
Reddit is
And a couple
the
other
worst.
places, I imagine, as well, like forum wise. It's like, come on, like there's like one or two good forums out there, but yeah, it's like a lost art, isn't it? Like social media's kind of
It
just
is.
made everything open. Um,
But yeah, Wizard King Kevin saying, I'm a big Stranger Things super fan. Read the books and comments, but volume 2 and the last episode could have been better. A lot of stuff didn't make sense. Yeah, that's 100%. Like, yeah.
So I've posted
Yes.
everything on my end, is it? So thank you for all joining us. We had planned to do the pre-recorded version and then just put it out, but I think we are going to put a VOD version out for people who miss it, which is the plan. And then we kind of just recorded this in the planned sync. So obviously, thank you for joining us. We'll kind of jump in and out with your comments as well. So just firstly, hello to KJL
Yes.
Kevin, who's moderating. So thank you for that. Is that Louis Fiji? Oh, that's a very interesting
That's
name.
what I tried to pronounce earlier.
Liu Fiji.
Dr.
Yes.
Blue will definitely answer that question that you have. We'll definitely
Yes,
answer it in this thing.
we will
Yeah.
get to that as well. Yes, Dr. Blue, Wizard King Kevin, Dog Party Guy, Kerwin, and the Lost Man. Thank you all for joining us, and other people as well watching as well. Is really appreciated. We will engage with this as well. This is actually just meant to be a recorded StrangeCast, but we will bring your input in this because obviously this is the first time me and Adam are speaking about. Yes, here we go, guys. You have now learned about what me and Adam learned about in 2024. Adam, was it? I think it was 2024.
Yeah. 2024 we learned about this. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just been a long 2025. I'm just like, oh, 2024? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't even been in North Carolina for a full year yet. So
Yeah. And it's
yeah.
just, mate, yeah, this has been there's a lot of things there. I think maybe after you see what we see, then we might talk a bit more of
Rick
things.
Grimes, yes. To answer your question, yes. That's all I have to
Oh,
say.
yes. Actually, Adam will put that in as well. We will be live streaming on the 20th. I don't know if we'll do it live as in live watching it. I might try and do that because I think obviously with the Boomcaster thing, we can put the video in the corner and we can be there as well. But obviously I'm trying to work out how we'll listen to it, which is the other thing. Because I don't want to put the audio through to our Boomcaster because then we can't
Yeah.
So it'll either be, I think the other thing that might be an option is we'll probably watch it and then we'll be on immediately afterwards. So you can just come to the channel and we'll be doing a live stream.
I'll probably watch it on my computer here and then I couldn't just jump right on. So
yeah, I think maybe that's better because it might give us time to kind of just make some notes, but we will be here afterwards. Once you've done, you can kind of just be like, come that way. We have Kevin, Goldsborough Jr. A junior, who's here as well. And we also have MB Bear. So thank you so much for that. Didn't know you guys were streaming. Glad to see I'm relatively early. Yes. Hello. Yeah. Sorry. It was impromptu. I was kind of tossing and turning between whether or not to do it. And we just kind of decided to ultimately do it. And we will like clip it up for people as well. I should probably be a bit more open with actually how we're going to stream stuff. But yeah, thank you for joining us. We will pull in questions and stuff as well. And obviously Dr. Blue, DW, we will bring that in as well. That's an interesting question. Yes, thank you for the question. But yeah, we'll join us up firstly as well. If you are watching as well, if you can like as well, it does help support us. We are very small as it is. And also as well, obviously, StrangeCast is available on all podcast services. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, go and check us out and everything. Big thank you for the last 2 episodes. They've been massive. The first one was massive, the side A, which kind of was like really nice for like the amount of deep diving and stuff that we did. And obviously the comments were lovely as well. And I think there's a lot to be said there with things, and obviously we'll kind of get into it with this one. And also as well, yeah, you can check us out on that. And also thank you for helping us get to 2,200 subscribers as well. That is amazing as well. So thank you so much for that. It's really appreciated. Even as well, this game could come out on the 5th anniversary of StrangeCast as well, which is quite funny as well, because it is in March, the 5th anniversary of this podcast, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Adam, should we get straight into this then first, or would you like to address one of the questions, or would you like to just go straight into this?
Let's just do for fun, like just address one of the questions here.
Yeah, go for it. You want to pick one?
Yeah, I want to just get into Dr. Blue real quick, and then like I guess I can like scuttle into like our later topics, or leave that for a later topic.
Yeah, whichever.
Yeah.
Whatever you follow. We can get into the other part afterwards if you want, but it's up to you.
So even Dog Party is saying this too, but like Dr. Blue says, "Hey chaps, apologies if you've answered this in the previously, but I'm wondering when you think the next Life is Strange game will come out. I'm wondering if it will be the date given in the leak, which is there is no 27th month and a third day. We live in the Imperial American calendar. Okay, there is no 27 month, Dr. Blue. How dare you? But yes, March 27th, because they give it the backwards dates like a Brit. But March 27th wouldn't shock me. I said in the I said in the previous podcast that I thought this would come out in like September, October, that date. But that does a lot of people in the comments said like, oh, that could go into like Grand Theft Auto territory, blah, blah, blah. And I just said like, I don't think they really care. But with that saying, whatever.
Yeah.
But with that me saying it, like they don't really care. I think they, being Square Enix, the publisher, is the one releasing the game. When I say I don't think they care, it does kind of line up with that March date. They're just going to say, hey, we're going to stream it January 20th, and then 2 months from now we're going to give you the game, essentially give you the game, which matches up to my moving day, because I'm moving out of this place and into a better place. I'm moving around that time. Thanks, Square Enix. This is the second
Lost
time
Records all over again.
That's what I mean. Oh wait, no, yeah, it wasn't Square Enix game. It was Lost Records. I forgot. Yeah, so like Lost Records came out. Episode 2, I believe, or tape 2 came out when I was moving here to North Carolina. So if it does release on March 27th, that's like the week of my moving day. So great. But yeah. Wizard King Kevin, I already said you just don't pay attention.
I think likely it will come in that day, unless something has like really moved the schedule around. Like if they've submitted to PEGI, like obviously if you start changing things with PEGI, like putting tweaks in and patches and stuff, you have to resubmit to PEGI because they have to check the game again, and it slows the process down. I think likelihood is you see at this point, considering the timeline of events that have happened with Square Enix and also Deck Nine. I don't think there's going to be a big marketing push behind this. We're kind of a bit screwed on that front in terms of how much time we actually have to kind of get this game out. Like, there's no one there for the PR team to kind of really do things. And I expect them to have all pre-recorded stuff. And it wouldn't surprise me if a third party marketing team is brought in just to kind of distribute the codes and stuff. I mean, they did that anyway, they distribute the codes, but they'll probably do other things as well. And probably, I think likelihood is minimal contact with the actors and stuff. Like I was very, very critical of the John Stauder, Felice Kwan, and Hannah Teller interviews from Dual Exposure. Like no one was ever really asking big questions. Like that's one fit the weird thing. Do you remember the New York Comic Con? There was like a Chloe Price sat at the front as well, and no one asked about Chloe Price there. I was like, hang on a minute, like what's going on here? And even the PAX one, I remember was it Alex? Alex was there, and I remember Izzy Yegan speaking to him as well. Like she was in the crowd walking past. I was like, come on! I was like, they were like obviously like there, like or in some capacity. I was kind of like you can't hide this. Like it was like the elephant in the room. It was like truly an elephant in the room. And like, oh, let's not talk about this. It's like, yeah, let's not talk about that blue-haired rebellious person that doesn't seem to be appearing in the game or something. It's like, come on. But before we get into some of the comments, obviously, let's get the elephant in the room quickly, which is like the big topic. And I'll pull it up here on the Twitter page, which Life is Strange posted. So there you go, as you see it as well. Separate the real from the rumor. Join us for the exclusive reveal of the next Life is Strange game, January 20th, 10 a.m. PST, 1 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. GMT, and 7 p.m. CET. And obviously, if you are wondering as well, have I just taken you off screen, Adam? I have taken you off screen. Where have you gone?
Well,
oh, there you are.
I thought it was going to disappear. Dang it.
I was like, where's he gone? I was watching that. I was like, hang on a minute. I was like, where's he gone? That's crazy.
I was going to disappear Thanos style, but you could see my arm.
But there you go. So we have our thing here, and then obviously we have Deck 9 also in the comments as well, as you can see there. And then obviously Nice Field as well. Is that who I think it is as well? But Deck 9 has celebrated there, which you can see as the fact that they are in this project involved. Let me see if I can change this without it breaking. Has it changed, Adam? That's the wrong one. We'll come on to that in a separate topic in a moment. As you can see there, Deck 9 also tweeted about it, saying, see you all January 20th, which is confirmation that they will, be developing this game. Also as well, Nice Field makes its way into every single episode. And
absolutely, yeah.
I just wanted to
start the show.
Do you know what as well? I don't know if they're joking and stuff like this, but this is actually a genuine thing that has been brought up about this game, this teaser so far. Is that who I think it is?
I mean, okay, can we address this to like chat? Can I get some ones in the chat? But basically right here, okay, saying like, oh, is that who I think it is? Yes. if we go into Before the Storm, right? Deck 9 is responsible for Before the Storm, and Deck 9's Chloe was going to be like Raven focused, or is Raven focused, not was. But yeah, no, like Deck 9, so Rachel was Raven, so obviously there you go. Like it's the jacket. And here's the thing. It is going to be the it is going to be the Deck 9 design of Chloe. And I think people are going to be fairly disappointed about that in a number of different ways. Because they're expecting Chloe from Life is Strange, but they're not expecting Chloe from Before the Storm. But this is Deck 9's asset reel of what Chloe looks like. So they're going to use the assets that they have, and that being Before the Storm's Chloe. Because they're pumping this game out so quickly, right? They are pumping this game out so quickly, and the backlash for Chloe lovers and Chloe fans was so severe that, of course, they like, okay, we got to pump out a game, but we got to put in Chloe. We got the asset from Before the Storm. Just age her up a little bit, and we're good to go. Like that's what the design's going to be, guaranteed. You know?
Yeah, because like they have to build the motion capture and stuff with like Rihanna DeVries in mind. and everything else in between it. Like this Chloe Price is like, do you want one of the fears I have, Adam, as well? I'm probably going to be sitting more on the fence with my opinion in the game. I have a big fear that they're going to tap into nostalgia again because people think Daughter's linked with this project because one of the Daughter songs has kind of like resurfaced with Daughter posting as well on Instagram. I'll kind of pull that up in a moment, but I feel like this is their last roll of the dice of like trying to tap into nostalgia because they've done the Hannah Tell thing now. It's like, let's evoke the BTS memories of like Daughter and even like BTS Chloe, for example, with the Raven symbol and stuff. And it's like the next level of cashing into nostalgia. It's like, I have a thing with like nostalgia. I remember like at one point I was like, I actually really enjoyed it. Now I really don't like it. Like for whatever, whatever criticism I had like with Polyborus and like, with Carol and stuff, like one or two little things, I still enjoyed the show. At the same time, like I really enjoyed Vince Gilligan doing something new and different. Like we've literally repeating the same thing here again and again and again. And it's literally take the tornado out and we're throwing in an inferno. And it's like with this, for example, with Chloe Price, I think the one thing people are going to get, and I think you haven't seen the full response yet, it'll happen when the reveal happens. It's going to be what you make of this Chloe Price, because I think Adam has said it time and time again, be careful what you wish for. If they bring her back, what's going to happen? There's so many, this goes down to the micro detail with Chloe Price. Like this is Chloe Price, Rihanna DeVries under the third director that they're doing their project under, because like they did Philip Bark first, then Webb Pickersgill, and then it'll be Zach Andrews for the performance director. You're basically in that position where you have a Rihanna doing a performance under a third director. And do you know what, as well, I'll say this as well, Rihanna DeVries, and this is a respectful way as well, is aging. And it's the same with Kylie. Kylie no longer sounds as much as Rachel Amber as she once did. She's getting older. Like think about
yeah, she's
Taylor
70
Swift.
years old right now.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like, think about the Taylor Swift albums though, when she re-recorded them. Like Taylor's albums.
Rachel Amber recorded Taylor Swift?
No, you mean one with Taylor Swift, with Taylor's versions. You can tell they're different though. Like when you record something in that time and place, there's the essence of it. Like even Hannah Tell's a little bit old, still sounds like Max, but I'm just saying it's noticeably a little bit different. And it's with this the same here with Rihanna DeVries. Like the Rihanna DeVries Chloe Price is going to be something else. Oh yes, there he is.
Backer's in the chat. What's up, guy? How you doing?
Do you know what as well? Because he's here as well. Look who's one of our topics as well.
Yes.
this is for him. You're one of our topics. Like, oh yeah, this guy's reacted to it. We're going to bring him into this. Yes. Hello, Baqir. It's nice to see you as well. But like, yeah, let me pull it back onto the thingy one with the Chloe. Where's the clip where it's playing? Yeah, it's just crazy. I just think like, oh boy, I don't think you've seen the full response yet, guys. I really don't think you seen the full response here. So it's going to be something.
What are some thoughts that you all have about this trailer? Like, what are some of your theories? What are some of your fears? Let's get into the chat here since we're on live. What are your greatest fears? Doesn't even have to be about Life is Strange. Let me know what your greatest fears are so that I can haunt you in your dreams. Let us know in the chat, guys.
We should have got like a teddy bear so we can pass it to each person. Can we all just sit in a circle time and like unlock our fears and give them to each person?
Yes.
Like, oh my god, that's just crazy that. There was one question actually.
Yellow Flash is in the chat. Hello.
Yellow
and
Flash
Jace
is here. Hello. Jace.
Kim
Jace
Plausible.
is here.
Yeah, Jace is here.
There's a question I just noticed before actually. Where was it now?
Yeah. Go for some of the chat questions here.
Yeah, there it is. It's from Sahel. Hey Adnan and Adam, love the podcast. Oh, thank you. Does the announcement do you think the announcement has come earlier than intended because of the PEGI leak? I think they've played into it more than that.
Yeah.
With the line where it's that they put, separate the rumor from whatever it's on the screen, isn't it? Where is it now?
Well, I don't think it came earlier. I think that like if the rumors are true that it's coming out on March 27th, they have to hype it up a few months away at least. So I think they've always planned January 20th if it is going to come out in March, just because like, hey guys, it's coming out, pre-order now and you get your free Chloe pin. So exclusively from EB Games. So
yeah,
there you go.
Because I think the thing is when you said would you say then? What they're going to plan out for that release? Like, if you look at the Australian Classification Board, they licensed Life is Strange for 2025 in November, in that era. So it's like, if you think about this, they've put out the PEGI rating ahead of time because you need to get the game ratified. So it would make sense they comes out in March. I think the 2025 was a placeholder. They're not set the thing yet. It might just be a typo as well, like it is right next to the key on the keyboard, isn't it? But I think the PEGI one went a bit live earlier because they have to get everything in, a timeline of events going forward. So yeah, I think that's I think that says a lot about that. So
Ooh,
trippy.
Matt Klein puts in, my biggest fear is that the story will go similar way of Double Exposure, where there's first few episodes will flow well, but they won't be able to pull off the full conclusion. I think that's a given. I think that's a given at this point. That's the thing. Okay, so I'm not trying to knock anybody's writing skills because I can't really speak to writing skills,
Yeah.
pot calling kettle black kind of situation. But Deck 9 is pretty infamous for most of their games not landing well, right? Like before the storm, that ending was not bad, but it was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Right. It landed, but not in a way that like the story volumed it up. If that makes any sense. Going to True Colors, of course, like that. The ending was just like, oh, we've kind of seen this before. Double Exposure, of course, that ending was the way it was. So Deck 9 doesn't really have a good track record of landing the plane. And again, I'm not trying to say like, man, I could have been a better writer because no. But I do think that like it's kind of a given that it's going to start strong and then kind of end in at least anticlimactic,
I haven't seen Baqir pop up in the chat. He's just disappeared. I think,
No.
he's probably traumatized by what happened after the 3 episodes that he worked on.
He's like, I helped write this game a little bit. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're right though. They can't land games. They have a infamous tendency just to like set up well, and it goes through. I remember the Double Exposure coverage. Every person was like, "Oh well, this is really interesting." The first 2 episodes, let's see how it goes from here. On the 3 episodes, like, and oh my god, it's like it's gonna go like shooting off a cliff here, and it's like, god damn. No, they don't know how to land games. They can set them up, but they really falter really, really hard. And I think that's just like a big concern with Deck 9. Like they just don't like this game has like all the implications of getting a landing. Like I don't like honestly, can I just say something as well? And for everyone in the chat.
I mean, I think you can, yeah.
This game is going to in a non before we judge on the game and blah blah. This game is just going to piss off a lot of people beforehand because one, you're probably going to merge the timelines, so you're going to nullify the choice of the first game of Bay and Bay. You're now going to piss off people who enjoyed Double Exposure but didn't like Chloe Price because you're bringing Chloe Price back. You're also going to piss off people who like Chloe Price and you've brought her back because you needed to by popular demand, and they didn't actually want it either. Basically, on every metric, the one game that you don't really want to touch, like it's sacred. What is sacred sometimes is not the best thing to do. Truly, it's that going down this route with where they're going. It is pick your poison here, and the only thing they can try and do at this point, a prayer, is to land this game. And I have so many feelings about this game because you have to do the softest landing ever. And I really do think it's going to be just Max and Chloe walking back to Arcadia Bay hand holding in some kind of formation. It's like, well, everyone's happy because the town is back and Chloe is back. And yeah, it's got to be something that blasé because you can't do anything else. You really can't do anything else.
Like, here's the thing. Wizard King Kevin, I went back and saw your response to my Stranger Things statement. Yeah, thank you, Kevin, for listening to me for a change. Not did I say KJL? You're just on my mind.
Yeah.
But Kevin, by the way, Wizard King Kevin, if you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. We haven't seen you in a while, and I was like checking in to see if you were okay, and I'm not on Twitter. So I hope you're doing okay. Oh, bye, Kerwin. but I hope you were doing okay. So follow me on Instagram. Keep up with me. But Baqir says Life is Strange fans pissed off. Really? And just like, yeah, like that's how bad like Life is Strange is gone. Even Kim Plausible has said that all this could have been avoided if it stayed an anthology series. I 100% agree. I do. I 100% agree. If this was like Final Fantasy, which is another Square Enix property where it's an anthology, for the most part, right? It's kind of like Resident. I would say like Final Fantasy is a lot like Resident Evil, where it's an anthology, but it's a connected universe, you know, like all that junk. So what I'm trying to say is that if Life is Strange was like Resident Evil, and you know, Leon, but no, on a serious note, that like, yeah, I think if it stayed an anthology series, I think if it stuck its ground, I think that if Deck Nine and Don't Nod kind of worked how Call of Duty works, where you know one game goes to one studio, the next game goes to another studio. For example, like if Michelle made all the mainline ones, and Deck Nine was responsible for all the like the filler episodes, filling the gaps kind of thing. I think it could have worked as a franchise, but because they're just so afraid to make it an anthology, because anthologies don't always work in this climate. I think that is what it is. So
You know,
yeah, yeah.
Bye, Cohen, as well. Thank you for joining us as well. One thing is they shit the bed when Life is Strange 2 didn't sell well, and they pivoted every way, shape, or form. They couldn't stick their heels in their ground and keep the
100%.
anthology model going. You mess up one installment, you just go on to the next thing, you keep changing it. That comment there from the Lost Fan literally sums up why this game's going to struggle. It says, in order to truly capture Max and Chloe's dynamic, you need Michelle, Jean-Luc, Hannah, and Ashley. These are the only they only have one of those people. And it's like, you know, that's it. And it's a huge issue because, like, also here's a big thing for guys. Think about all the interviews we've done on this channel and who we've spoken to, even for example with like Amelia and also Andrea from Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, when we talked to them for the interviews. What did they do for the auditions? They chemistry read with that. And it's the same with Kylie chemistry read with Rihanna when she was auditioning for Rachel Amber before Som. We haven't your first chemistry read is going to be on screen between Hannah Tell and Rihanna DeVries. I will say this now, I feel so sorry for Rihanna DeVries because Rihanna DeVries has the biggest pressure going into this game. Forget about the last game with Hannah Tell. Hannah Tell had her own pressures, but it wasn't as big as this. Yeah. Rihanna DeVries is getting thrown to the lions with this game because Rihanna DeVries needs to play an older Chloe Price, and you need to work with Hannah Tell in a very quick, instant way
now,
under a lot of pressure.
Now, can we like setting the record straight here? Has Rihanna DeVries been confirmed as Chloe? Like, I know we have speculation, we have like public knowledge and her Instagram, of course, but like, I don't think it's been publicly announced and confirmed that Rihanna DeVries is Chloe. I'm just saying, they're like publicly saying, is Rihanna confirmed as Chloe? Not by Square Enix. Let's just put it that way. Like, not by Square Enix, not by Life is Strange. But it's ultimately like at this point, it's pretty much inevitable. A lot of people are asking like why can't it be Ashley Birch? And that's something we can't really go into. But yeah, it's not going to be Ashley Birch. If it is announced that Ashley Birch is coming back as Chloe Price, I will stop drinking kombucha. Yeah, as a millennial, I will stop drinking kombucha and matcha. I will stop drinking matcha teas.
You have a better chance of me playing Chloe Price than Ashley Birch at this point. Like, we are truly in that territory, right? So let's get that straight at this point. Like, I mean, like, let's just put it out there. Who else is going to play Chloe Price, Adam? Like, who else?
Dog party in the chat saying, calling it, Adam is voicing Warren in scenes with Rihanna.
Dear Lord, I think
Go ape. No, I'm voicing Falcon. I'm sorry.
No, they will be turning to Rihanna DeVries for this project because they use Rihanna in DE, and I think again that's where Rihanna got a lot of flack as well because like that's not on web, that's not on Rihanna, that performance. Like they are basically just doing what's been told in the script, which is to redo the lines from the first Life is Strange. Like there's nothing else that Rihanna can do in that situation. But yeah, I think we'll move away from Rihanna for the time being, and I think in itself as well.
No, Jace, we do not have to delete the VOD. It's just follow the cookie crumbs. You'll figure it out. So,
I mean, you can go and watch one of the episodes. There was an interesting moment in that.
yeah.
We got there. I'm trying to see. There was a comment actually before. I'm gonna go back up here. I noticed it. There's from the Price Fuel Punk where it says biggest fear is Chloe / Price Fuel gets scapegoated if this game undersells critically, flops because the story itself just doesn't work. But again, you're boxed into corners. You can't win in this situation. You played the dice. Here we go. As Adam said, Pandora's box opens. You've opened it now. If this happens, it's whatever the aftermath's going to happen. It's a de facto blame on double exposure that Chloe's not in it. That's the narrative people say, even if they can't explain half the plot. I mean, the writers couldn't explain the plot by the end of the game, considering how many times they kept pivoting and stuff. But like, if you talk about this scenario, Chloe will get in that situation because some people will buy it, some people won't. Like, one thing you have to remember as well, guys, double exposure came out in 2024. This game came out in 2026. Like, think about the time scale there. Is this game going to come out coherently playable in certain ways? Like, how many patches are they going to have to do for this? Like, think about the timescale. Unless they're crunching every hour, and that's a comment I'm saying, just like in the case that they're crunching every 30 minutes or something, how is this game going to be feasible? At the same time, slicing people from the studio. How many people have been laid off amid this entire production? Like, someone said it here in the chat, right? They said that. Do we know who the writer and the director is in this project? Right? They've probably been laid off at this point, considering where the production is and stuff. Like, let me point this out as well. Who are two key figures from this year that have been laid off? Or sorry, not laid off, who have left. We don't know the full extent of that. Who have left? Iris Dauterman and Jonathan Zimmerman are both gone from the studio. Zimmerman was narrative director on The Expanse, worked on Before the Storm. Iris Dauterman was a writer on The Expanse. Like, think about all these people. Like, this is going to be weird, man. Like, Baqir wasn't working double exposure and got laid off. And you remember the credits as well, like Mallory Littleton, Bilal, Baqir, all the people that got laid off in it. And you saw people getting laid off in it, but at least like John Stauder was the director and Felice Kwan was there. And you saw people who were there. Who are they going to interview for live streams after this? Do you really think they have like a timeline of things? Oh, because we let you go, can you come back and just do this interview because we need to like release this game? It's tragic. It's absolutely tragic what's going to happen here. I feel so sad for like a lot of people here. And we're sitting in the trenches 5 years in, like this is year 5 in. It's like, come on, man.
Here's another question for you in the chats. This is coming from again Matt Klein. Any chances of seeing Victoria, Stepdouche, Warren, or any other LSI Life is Strange 1 characters again?
Do you want to see them? Do you want to see them?
That's the thing. I don't think it's off the table. I don't think it's off the table. However, you have to consider how rushed this game development is. All they were focusing on is cold hard cash and what's going to sell. Oh, they won Chloe Price. So guess what? We're gonna go in with Chloe Price. So I don't think so you won't be at the interview, Adam. Go away. Go away, KGL. But like that's the thing. I don't think you're going to see any other Life is Strange 1 characters. We're putting Baqir Shah to sleep apparently in the chat.
Well, Adam, yes. The scale. Let me say again. Look at the scale of the game. Look at they were doing with Kaladin. Kaladin was the future of this franchise. They were setting up for that. Again, read Felice Qua's comments. Read what Felice is saying. Games. You're implying that you're setting up for a bigger universe. The Life is Strange double exposure actors have very quietly alluded to their place in this game. A lot of eye emojis. I wonder what you're working on here. Like, they're going to use those characters unless Chloe Price is taking a road trip with Victoria and Warren, which, by the way, I'm not ruling out now. Everything's on the table here. Anything could happen at this point, right? It's not going to happen.
Anything could, but like you said, like it's so rushed. I don't think
Of course
people
it is.
are going to acknowledge that like this game is going to be incredibly rushed. That like there's not going to be time for like planning out. So I I think you're
It's,
just going to see Max and Chloe. That's it.
mate, do you
That's
know
it.
what? When you're saying this, I think they're doing it on purpose for that as well, because they're going to have to carry this game on the back of Rihanna DeVries and Hannah Tell. It's like we need to put the entire focus on Max and Chloe. And I've said this before, them using an Inferno to burn down Caledon University is the true Bane moment of Life is Strange. Burn it to the ground. Let's just like burn everything down, burn the entire city down, and let's just go from here. This will be the final Life is Strange game for now. After this, there's no way there's any timeline of events that can work out
No.
from here. Life is Deck Nines is in tatters. Square Enix London and America. You've seen what's happened there.
Yes.
All gone. Whatever happens from here, who knows? Like we are literally in the territory where I think like they pulled the plug on everything. Even the Square Enix developers' reactions. Go and look at their reactions. They didn't expect that to happen. They got all laid off from it. Everything has just been like pulled now, and we're moving forward from this. This game is also a screaming a pivot, because there's no way the game goes this way. Like they've literally like pulled everything in. And when I keep saying they're going to smash the timelines together, let me just clarify that. Whether it happens at the end of Double Exposure, that's a whole different theory. It could happen at the beginning of the next game. Why I say that is because it's what I would do to fix this mess. I'm already in a mess. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create more of a mess, but contain it, because I'm going to drag timelines in and be like, we just have one timeline here. That's what we're working on. We've messed up so much. Bring everyone in, bring Chloe in. Let's try and get something here. But again, where do you go from here? Like, there's going to be so many different like plot holes and different. If you were already annoyed with them doing like the photo for the destruction of like Arcadia Bay and like Chloe Price and stuff, I'm sorry, I can't do it, man. I'm being honest as well. I will go in open minded, but like this is truly, we are rolling the dice and hoping we get sixes. And do you know what's even worse as well, Adam, before I get back to you? The worst situation is, imagine if this turned out to be like a sleeper hit or defied all expectations. Every Life is Strange is happy, like, that Simpsons clip with it under the rainbow. It has like, the multicultural diverse society, and they succeed. At the same time, Square Enix has destroyed everything that sets up the future of this franchise. Deck Nine is completely in tatters. Their entire North American division's at tatters, and you wouldn't even be able to capitalize on that momentum if it happened. But I think this is just this is the end game. This is the end game. We are.
Yeah. I feel like this is like Life is Strange's like last footing.
Yeah.
At this point, they really don't know. When I say they, I mean Square Enix. Square Enix does not know what to do with Life is Strange, and they're just saying like, well, what do we do? Is it an anthology? Is it like what they did with Alex Chen? Is it an anthology? Do you want Max? Oh, you want Chloe? We'll put in Chloe. Like, they don't understand. So they're gonna give you this, and it's still not going to hit. I think there's a lot of people who are excited. Like, again, you posted this out, the news, and I saw the comments on the picture that, back and forth of just like I'm excited. Oh, let's go. Oh, it's Chloe. Yeah, we're gonna go Pricefield. There's people genuinely excited for this game, and I do hope that like when they play this, I hope that they enjoy it. My hope is that you buy a game and you enjoy that game. That's my hope. I never want somebody to like go into like any form of media, movie, music, games, and like, ooh, I hope they hate this. Ooh, I hope they hate this. I think you're gonna hate it. I think that you're not gonna be satisfied with how they're gonna handle Chloe.
There's not enough time to get things properly in place. Like, because even for example, like when you're pivoting into this game, they've set things up. Like, you can't just write Safi out the game and Diamond and all that other stuff. You have to fuse things together. So it's like, let's drag Safi into this game. We've got her there. We've got Diamond here. Let's drag Chloe in because of the sake of it. But then you're going to merge memories, and she's got impossible memories and all this other stuff. We are creating a bigger storm. Like, one of the things I'll say as well with this, people were already worried about Max coming back, and then like famously has now been said like she was character assassinated. You're watching it on screen now. This could be another character assassination. It could be. It could be. There's the big thing where it could be great. It could be not. This is where you're at, because in itself, you now have the legacy of another character you love. That could be ruined there. And you know what as well? Let me just say this. The Diaz brothers are laughing because they escaped. They're in their car. They're driving away. Sean and Daniel are like, yes, we got away from it. I even think as well, like Erica Mori with her power ring is just flying away. Alex Chen be like, yes, I got escaped. I escaped my character being absolutely character assassinated. And the same with Steph. Like, we're in the end game here. And also as well, like these two characters on the screen, which you keep seeing walking past, Max and Chloe, are going to be supported by the Kaladin crew. And a lot of them are forgettable characters, man. Like, a lot of them people didn't really like those characters, you know? Not many people. How many people? Where is the Loretta Rice fan club on Twitter? Can we tell that? Like, be serious. Like, where is it? Like, they wrote that character and changed it. Police said they changed it. They said, "Oh, we changed it away from the one that was like, infatuated with Lucas." I'm like, why? That was actually a really interesting idea. I was like, you could have done like a little bit of transference with Max being like, "Oh, is that a Jefferson moment?" kind of thing. I'm like, why you change that? You made it worse from it. Like, oh my god.
So Tristan VA is in the chat, says, "Impossible memories," in quotations, says, "Babes, that's the exact reason you left Max. Now look at her crawling back like a crab."
Oh my dear Lord. Oh my god. Done. Yeah. There was a comment about Rihanna as well. There. Hang on a second. Where is it?
Yeah, let's go
there.
ahead.
Sorry.
For a little bit. Then I kind of want to see this other news piece that you have for me that I'm excited to hear.
Oh, we'll cover that on the StrangeCast. We'll do it for it's the actor. I think it's better for just doing it separately for another time. It's going to be interesting to talk about. I got some data for it as well for the episode.
I love
comment
data.
There that says the Hermit Flab saying, "I'm going to start a riot if people start being crappy towards Rihanna once the game is out. They're an actor. Let them do their job and don't be a dick about it." I think that Rihanna's fine. I think people will just be critical of Deck 9 is getting the full ammunition here, and Square Enix is sitting behind as the thingy. Like, we whoever's getting blamed now is on those two. There's no escaping it. Like, the actors are going to escape unharmed here, and also the motion capture team and the composer. I imagine. I think those people are all fine, to be honest. I think it's just more other people that are going to be like, So yeah, I think Rihanna is going to be fine. I just think that it's as I said, I just think it's very difficult for Rihanna DeVries to save this.
Like, here's the thing though, it's just, they're only hating on Rihanna because it's not Ashley Birch, you know. And I think that's not Rihanna's fault. Like they said, like, Rihanna is an actress. Rihanna's doing her job. Like that's where it comes down to. But other people are like, yeah, but it's not my Ashley Birch, Chloe, you know, like, and to a degree, sure, but I don't think people can separate a voice actor or like a recast or anything like that. Unless you're Doctor Who, you can't really be recast in a very
but Doctor Who's different though, because it's like anyone can be the Doctor, can't they? So it's like it's at least a bit more fairer where you can break away from things.
Anybody can be the Chloe if they have the magic screwdriver, the magic lighter.
Yeah, but you have two developers here as well. Like, at least with Doctor Who, it's under one place where it's like, you know, it's BBC and it's like it's under that kind of umbrella. It's BBC, isn't it? Yeah, it's under that one umbrella. But it's like with this, it's two developers fighting with it. So you have two different Chloe Prices that emerge. They are two different Chloe Prices. They're very different. You have that angsty teen BTS Chloe Price, and then you have the really heavily nuanced Life is Strange 1 which develops into. And it's like, now you're asking Rihanna DeVries to play the nuanced Chloe Price. And it's like, you know? And it's like, who, you know, how we're dealing with this. I think like the only thing, do you know what, as well? I hope, this is a really horrible thing we'd say in this game. I hope during Inferno, they throw Safi's book in there. That is like the pages from it. At the same time, we just see Aisha Farah's script get thrown in there as well. And it's like, goodbye, see you later. Like, just throwing everything in there.
I hope they throw me in that fire. That'd be nice. You know, in this political climate, I hope they throw me into the fire.
See, if I walked into the fire, I'd come out with a Bane mask. Like, the fire rises from the ashes of Life is Strange. Like,
yeah, it's just this is going to be a weird one. And we're going to be, once again, we are going to talk about the live stream right after. I do have off of work, so like I will be here right after the reveal trailer comes out. Man, people are not going to be pleased with this. And we said in when Aperture, when Aperture was first revealed and leaked, and there was like 20 episodes where me and Adnan are like, there's no way this is a real concept, dude. There's absolutely no way. In like 20 episodes, it's just like, no, dude, I'll eat my sock.
The worst part is we knew Hannah Tell was in Colorado as well because we had interviewed her and she was in Colorado. She was like,
yeah,
I didn't even connect.
We didn't connect the dots because we're just like, oh, cool, Hannah's in Colorado. That's neat.
By the way, I just got to put this in. Tristan VA's I clapped when Alderman died. This homie's coming back. They're merging timelines. Alderman is coming back.
Alderman, I will say this. Alderman is 100% coming back. 100%, dude. Oh dude, he is. You're gonna see Alderman before you see Warren, dude. Like that's the troubling part here. Because the timelines merged, Alderman will come back. He will return because like, oh, why not? But to get on somebody to the other theory about Matt Klein's theory, like will we see any? Yes.
Sorry. Dog Pie also said that Rihanna is they and them pronouns for people in the chat, please, as well.
Oh, okay.
For people in the chat.
Sorry about that.
Anyone to talk about? Yes. Not you, for the chat.
Yes.
I mean, it's just in case anyone's saying that.
Yeah. So, correction. Thank you for that dog party. I hope. So Baqir comes in. I hope Alderman story concludes. Yes, he will be sucked back into his own portal.
Do you know what, Mr. Baqir? We got your comment there. That's going into a graphic when he comes back. 100% posting that. We're gonna like clip it and put it onto the graphic. It's like, oh, he was wrong about that, wasn't he?
Yeah. Sorry, Sense and Train says the story of Alderman would have been a lot of potential, and I'm like, yeah, like for a police officer, and if they discover, because if you read the texts in Double Exposure, that like Alderman never existed, like there was no birth records of Alderman. I think that could have allowed potential within Double Exposure if he stayed alive, but he had no legal reason or proof that he was alive. That would have been so cool, dude. Like that would have been so cool. Like you put the camera to him, but he like disappears like a vampire. Brother and sisters, come on.
But again, they put the game, they boxed the game so much into parameters and all the things that were happening and everything else in between it. You end up in the mess that you did. It's like when people actually genuinely like think, like, for example, like Max is the original killer and stuff. Like, think about how many times that must have gone through like script drafts and stuff and changed and stuff. Like the way the game comes out at the end, it's like, oh my god! And that third timeline, oh my god! Like it doesn't connect. It makes no sense. It doesn't connect anything. No. There's nothing there. People are trying to connect dots. I'm like, you can't connect a storyline to a plot in a collectible. It doesn't work. It makes no sense. No, that doesn't connect anything either.
I wonder if Alderman's parents have an empty frame of photos of him.
So funny that.
Well, like that's the thing, though. It's just like there was a lot of potential, and I said this before. Like after I replayed it, and in a whole episode of replaying, is that like I feel that Double Exposure had so much potential, and I when we talked to Baqir about like his work into go back and watch that episode. When we talked to Baqir about his work on the game, he's very passionate. He was very proud of what he did, and I think there was so much work that went into this game, but because there was so much layoff circles to this. So many times where like this person got laid off, we gotta get somebody from the Expanse team to come finish it. It was just like a rotating door, that it wasn't a full team, that it was just different people coming in and putting in their own flavors on it, that all that potential that could have been, which kind of like True Colors, where True Colors was a fine game. I still stand by that True Colors was fine. It was a fine game.
It was
Not to say
vanilla.
that
It was fine. You enjoy vanilla.
that's what I
Everyone loves
mean.
vanilla. Yeah, it's just vanilla. Let's just enjoy
Yeah.
the taste of it.
Vanilla is the best way to put it, where like it's comfort. Like it's fine, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like if it stood as relatively the same team, I think the potential could have been there. But you know, um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, and I get what you mean though. It's like the development has cut and changed so many. Like again, like look at that layoff track, that record that I've done. Like look at the timeline of events of people that are getting laid off. Like I'm sitting here like because like in itself, Adam. Here's one thing I'll say. Right, and it's an interesting one. I think people are going to be shocked by the stylistic tone of the game when it's directed and stuff, like motion
yes,
capture wise. Because like where Pickersgill's direction was very specific in the way that you did motion capture, and you have Zach Andrews doing the motion capture here, and not all people haven't played The Expanse. It's going to be so stylistically different. It's going to be shown in a certain kind of way, and I think that's going to be a big change. It might even be very Temple of Doomish, um, Steven Spielberg style, like a bit more darker with the tone, moving away from like the kind of light-hearted effects of the first like Indiana Jones. I also like Temple of Doom. Just going to say that I think it's great film. But
yes,
yeah, goddamn man, it's there's so many things that happen in this game. I think the Chloe Price reveal, like when people saw it, I was like, oh boy. I'm like, yes, seeing what I've been seeing. I'm like, oh boy. Like
yeah,
here's the thing as well. I was talking to someone about it. I don't think you've seen the reaction yet. It has to be when the reveal happens. That's when the smell test happens with how people pick this game up. At the minute, the reaction here in the crowd is like, wait for the game, let's see it. We explode when this game gets shown because that's when people will make their notion of things like what happens, who's happening, yada yada yada. All the details come there. And it's like, all the double exposure characters so far are back. As far as I can tell. The funniest one, by the way, let me just point this out because I've got the
yeah.
right. So basically, all the actors are like really cryptic because they're posting eye emojis and stuff. Eliza Gray, who I interviewed, Diamond Washington, did not give a fuck, right? On Instagram, she put this out. So she put the thing and she put, okay, did you all play Life is Strange double exposure with yours truly? What's going on to happen in the next game? Fire emojis. The most, like literally, everyone was like, eye emojis. Eliza's like, fuck this. I just like knocked all the things out the way and be like, yeah, we wonder what's happening there. Like, they're all going to be back, barring Alderman. Alderman would be funny. That would be a bingo card. I would laugh if they did that. I feel like this is excellent that they brought Alderman back.
I
Oh
think
god!
they will, dude. I think they actually will.
Do you know what the big one they're going to do?
Ah,
They're going to do this as well. They are going to bring back Max's rewind power. That is going to happen, guys. There is no timelines to be split anymore. That power doesn't work, and that other power is quote unquote atrophied. They are bringing back that rewind power. It's going to happen.
yeah.
Oh my god. Oh dear. This was not planned. I was going to have like a proper formulated structure of the show. I even had backers comments there to be like, oh, this is part of the topic. And the guys in the chat like thrown right out the window. Yeah, I think like Adam, actually, I'll pull this one up because we are here because it's actually a bit more relevant. So this was like kind of like noticed. So as you can see here, this was a comment that was on Twitter. So Deck9's Twitter account responded to this, which was quite crazy. This person put, when they put the see you all January 20th, and then this person put, I hate that they've ruined this for me. The way I used to be so excited for a new Life is Strange, and now I'm just angry. And then Deck9 responded, they're funny with that comment. And it says there as well, we're sorry to hear you feel this way. We know how much passion and love this community has for Life is Strange, and your excitement has always meant a lot. We hope some of what's coming helps rebuild that excitement.
Yes. What do you think about that?
Do you
What
know
are your thoughts?
Do you know that Jose Mourinho gif where it says, if I speak, I am in big trouble, which I've been using a lot in the last couple of weeks, months, and everything else. If I did bad in that kind of situation, do you know what I would do? Silence. I would not say anything and dig myself into a grave. Do you want, if you ever
Yeah.
get stuck in quicksand, this is one of the tips that you do. They say don't move because you'll sink faster. Don't move. Maybe it's not worth putting yourself in the firing line of what's about to happen or anything else with it.
Hmm.
I mean, this is also going to trigger people from what's happening and considering what happened in the last game. I mean, some people will take it at face value and be like, this is great. Unfortunately, I feel again for Deck9 people because, like,
Yeah.
there's the elephant in the room here. Like, you can only do so much with the productions and stuff. Like, I just
Yeah.
can't. I feel sorry for them. They've been boxed into corners. This project has truly boxed people into corners. I don't know how you'd write this game better. I really don't know, Adam. I've been trying to think about it for like 5 times over. I'm like, how would you write it? And I'm like, that's the only way I could do it, where I smash timelines together and do something, but I'm going to annoy someone else doing it. Like it's, yeah, I wouldn't respond to that.
How much worse could this stream possibly be? By the way, like what else would like infuriate you and shock you in this stream?
Ooh, it'd probably be like John Stauder coming into the chat and be like, what are you boys talking about? And then,
Yeah, no, like Jonathan Stauder, or if like Felice Kwan came in, that would get you all tizzle tazzled, as you Brits would say.
I mean, no, probably not. No, probably Mallory Littleton and Elizabeth Blah. We got different conversations there after recent events that happened there. They would be more rattling. But no, I don't think anything else can really, to be honest. Let me just say this, guys, as well. I've mourned this for 2 years. Adam has mourned this for 2 years. If you're wondering why we're not like, it's kind of like, it is what it is, you know? Like, you have to accept what happens. It's like watching your favorite, it's like watching your favorite thing just get destroyed, but in your front of your very eyes, and you're helpless to do anything about it. I think that's basically it. I think like it's just sad. It's just sad, isn't it? You're watching something gets absolutely slaughtered.
What was Baqir's comments? I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah, here he is.
Yeah. What is Baqir saying here?
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, this is Baqir Shah.
Thank you, Jace. Appreciate you.
Oh, bro, why are you putting money into this? Like, oh, come on, man. Like, this is refund that. Right. Well, he's put here small donation because I love you all. Also, that Deck 9 response is just quote unquote, we're sorry we character assassinated Max, but also watch this. Yeah. I think that's probably very accurate, isn't it? But thank you, Jace. You don't have to do that, and I appreciate it as well. But anyway, Adam, there he is. If for anyone who doesn't know, because he's not in the chat and he's not appeared on this episode, Baqir Shah, very, very, very familiar name. Don't know where he's come from, name-wise. Was the lead level designer on Life is Strange Double Exposure. One of the very few people that's reacted to this news. And he put here, very excited to see where the story of Life is Strange Double Exposure continues. Can't wait.
Yeah.
What do you make of that response?
You know, I don't think he's got a lot to say. I don't really think he's got much to say about this. It's Baqir Shah coming in the chat, baby.
How do I get him in? How do I get him in? How do I get him in?
Okay.
I am on stage. Oh, where is he?
Oh, what's
up?
Oh my god! There he is.
What do you think about that?
Baqir, we need to move you a little bit just to get you in camera frame. There we go. There we go. There he is.
I apologize. I decided to troll a little bit. I figured I'd join
Welcome, guys. There is none other than the man himself who pulled his story up. He turned up. This is the man who is burning down Caledon University with his cigar shop. He's doing the proper throwing it into the fire, isn't he? He's going to be like, we're going to burn this all down. Drops the cigar in, bang. And it's like the only thing that's standing afterwards is his cigar shop, and it's like, come on, man! Like
I caused the inferno.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
By the way,
doing good.
Sorry, before you say as well, Baqir Shah, one of the comments, lost fan, he's back. Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Baqir, hello. It's been a while since we've spoken. How are you?
It's been well. I as everyone am now a fan, just looking at all the announcements and the leaks, and curious and excited to see where everything goes.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to get your words. What did you mean? Were you cryptic in that Twitter post? Did you mean something serious? We need to know about the artistic intent behind that Twitter post.
No, it was just a simple excitement of like, hey, I wonder what's gonna happen. I had read the PEGI leaks and I saw everything, and I was like, oh, okay, I have an idea of maybe I think where they're gonna head it. I don't know, because I've been out of the loop for 3 years, just mind you. But
like that's the other thing is if anybody is coming to you like, what do you know about the studio? Like, I'm sure you have like you still have friends in Deck 9. But
Has anyone left?
oh my god.
And most of the people I know who are on double exposure I don't think are really there anymore. There's a couple
No.
people I know that I've met, yeah, but a lot of them I think were a lot of Expanse people who ended up moving on to this. Most of the original team is gone from double exposure. So
it's been like a slow mauling over time. Like they got rid of the creative crew at the end of double exposure, and it's like literally been trickling through, and then a lot of the Expanse crew is now getting eliminated to the point where we're at right now, and it's like, you know, it's a shame to see it's ended this way and it's ending this way. Like for example as well, if they had a great level designer in place, we could have been like, oh wow, here we go, this is going to be really exciting, you know, the levels, the designs, everything else would be like, damn. But he's not there, and he's here on this podcast, which is great. Like, for us, like we're all for that, which is the main thing. Baqir, Chloe Price. Do you think it's Chloe Price that?
Yeah. If you look at the leaks and the PEGI information, I mean that was a straight up official leak that, you know, I think can be quite relied upon.
Yeah.
This is no insider knowledge. It's just me looking at the leaks. And I'm like, it makes sense to go that way. Yeah. They're gonna bring her back. They're responding to the fans and the backlash and everything that happened after Double Exposure's release. It's as simple as that. Is they're listening and they say, okay, people want Chloe, let's give them Chloe.
Yeah.
So
you asked for this,
simple as that.
You asked for this. This is what you're getting. Here it comes.
I don't mind. I'll interact with fans. I like interacting with them and having those conversations. It's like I don't mind that.
The best part of the interview came on, people were like, he's a really nice guy. I was like, yeah, but you know, the people you don't like, he's not like them. There's a lot of people like him who made Double Exposure, you know? They got a lot of flack for it.
I don't mind just having a chat about it. It's all right. It's just conversation. That's all. You can have your opinion. I can have my opinion.
Yeah. It sounded like American politics right now. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just talking. It's okay. Relax.
So you were in the chat here saying like, oh, I love the theories going on. What's been your favorite theory so far in the chat?
I think a lot of it is just, you know, Liz one character is coming back, and you know, is it going to be Warren or Victoria? And, you know, a lot of that has been interesting to kind of read through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to reveal anything because I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Just letting y'all know.
Before you get into this, Baqir, anything beyond this point, this is just Baqir's opinion. So it's like there is nothing here that he knows inside. He's just jumping on as a fan to talk about it. So don't go and clip this up and put it on Reddit. And he's like, oh well, Warren's coming back. No, he's literally talking.
The posts are gonna former designer talks. No.
that is the thing. It's just like you were a level designer. You were not an investigative journalist.
No, I was just the lead level designer. My job, again, was responsible for building Caledon, building the sets, the levels, the campus, building that out, as well as helping with some narrative stuff here and there, as we discussed on the previous episode. So
yeah,
that was my...
How do you feel about them destroying Caledon? Just like...
It's poetic. Again, there's always the threat of it. It feels like it's following a similar formula, you know, with Liz 1, with Double Exposure, you know, some sort of natural disaster is occurring in the setting that will threaten the setting of the game, and the player has to do something to prevent it. So it's interesting that they're kind of following that same formula, just based off of the overview, I think. I'm like, oh, they're doing another natural disaster is affecting the setting, and we're going to see what happens. But
yeah.
Do you know,
it'd be interesting. The execution is what matters.
In your way that you developed that as well, Caledon University, and say if you were on this project and you were making it, would you be able to expand it quite easily if you would need to open up more areas and kind of add things to it? Like, is it designable? Because you talked to me about when you were talking about Disney parks and how important it is for developers to understand the layout of that. If you were on this project, would it be easy for you to add things to it and expand the areas and make it more like a bit more newish kind of thing for another game, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they released the map of the Caledon, I believe, in the art book the concepts that was made by the architect. We worked with an architect on it. They had released it in the art book, so there is a map of Caledon that you can see. And there are other areas kind of the campus that we had sort of talked about wanting to develop, and as obviously with development, we kind of cut down and we figure out what spaces to actually use. So there is room for expanding and having more spaces on the campus. We kind of just showed really a smaller part of that campus. So it's very much possible that they're going to have brand new spaces, for people to explore, which is very, very exciting. Yeah.
Also as well, Baqir, Jason's put here, is bro smoking a spliff? No, he's not smoking a spliff.
It's a cigar.
It'd be one real headache you'd wake up to tomorrow. It's like, what did I do? It's like, oh, damn it, I just dropped this podcast with a spliff and I just started talking about Life is Strange. This is what happened. For the chat, if you have any questions to Baqir, because obviously we spoke to him about the first game, you have an option here now to kind of ask him any questions, obviously, within the remits of like him not shitting on anyone or anything else with it, or if you want to have his opinion.
I think Baqir will be very pleasurable and shitting on a lot of people.
No, I don't want to shit on my old teammates or any of that. They all did an excellent job in just trying to make the best game they possibly could at the end of the day.
And I think
it's just kind of the hand that you're dealt.
It's
the hand that you're dealt.
It's my theory that, and I said this in multiple podcasts, and I got that from talking with you in our show, that if the team stayed stable, like it was just all the same team, this game could have had a lot of potential, but because it was a revolving door, it gets harder and harder to make a cohesive game.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that. As you know, if you watch the previous episode, and I worked on episodes 1 to 3, and I had a good idea of the narrative kind of up until then. I wasn't able to work on 4 and 5, and I really didn't have much knowledge of the narrative apart from some tidbits that were kind of written up at that point, and I didn't know. And so the way great games are made is you have a team that is together, focused, that understands the vision, that can work on building and executing on that vision. So when you start doing layoffs mid-development, it really affects the flow and whatnot. And so that puts you at risk of not having a great game sometimes.
Yeah.
The other thing is restrictions. Obviously working with the publisher and a big IP like Life is Strange, you have to kind of work within the constraints of what you're given, even as a developer. And I know a lot of people shit on Tech9 and the team about some of the decisions they made, but I really would love the fans to understand that, if you're told by the publisher or the person who owns the IP for any game you work on that you can do this, you cannot do this, and you have to work within that to try to make the best game possible.
Yes.
Then that's the hand that you're dealt. You just got to do the best job that you can. And I really think that's what the Double Exposure team is. Just we were trying to make the best game possible within the limits that we were given.
So Baqir as well. I was going to say as well, I agree with you as well. I know a lot of people, I've defended Deck9 a lot from other people, and I think individually, a lot of developers as well. I think even Katie's in this as well. A lot of people put a lot of love in the project as well. Even my own criticism with Double Exposure, I see a lot of love being put by a lot of people behind the scenes from different people I spoke to. And it's a shame that it turned out the way it did. As you said, with a publisher and stuff, things change, parameters change, projects change and stuff. You always have the people in the comments saying I could write a better game. It's work under a publisher and see how that goes. In any publisher, honestly. I mean, not just Square Enix, but I mean any publisher. Work under a publisher and see how it works. Because the minute they say change that in the script, you're like, oh damn, I wrote the perfect story. How am I supposed to work with that? And it's next minute, it's oh dear, it's the Pandora's box has opened up of things you have to change. It's I fully I feel for you though.
Yeah.
Again, every game development, especially if working on a big IP, if you're working on Star Wars as an example, there's a crap ton of restrictions.
Yeah.
Even for simple things like, hey, do we want to a Jedi in this? Well, that has to go through a lot of red tape.
Yeah.
Or a particular lightsaber color, or just something there are restrictions when you're working with big franchises because that entity wants to protect their IP as much as possible.
Yeah.
Right. And that's not saying that the game is not open to criticism at all with the writing or even my level design. If people, I accept criticism no matter what, It's just a matter
Yeah.
of attacking and playing everything.
There were some comments I've seen in our YouTube chats where just like where I have put it out, both Adam and I have said like, hey, you're putting a lot of hate on Deck 9, but you should be putting on a lot of hate on Square Enix. And there's some comments that saying like, well, if this game's bad, this game being Reunion, right? Well, if this game's bad, Deck 9 can't hide behind Square Enix this time. I'm like, when has Deck 9 ever hid behind Square Enix? Like there was never a time where Deck 9 said like, well, guys, it's not our call, it's Square's call. I don't recall any time Deck 9 saying that.
Yeah, no. Square was in it as much as we were, with double exposure. The decisions were made. I mean, as far as the team on the ground, it's just, all right, let's work with that and try to make the best game possible. I know, with the people being so mad about Chloe, is that I think the thought was that Chloe kind of had her own solo game with Before the Storm,
Yeah.
and we figured this is a great opportunity to have a solo Max game with the potential of having Chloe maybe in the future. We kind of kept that open, which you see at the end of double exposure, is that there is that possibility. We didn't want to completely close it off as that it's done. And you see that with the social media, with the text messages, that Chloe's, if you choose to have her alive, she's there.
Yeah.
She has a small presence in the game. She's just not physically present. We wanted to keep that door open. We didn't want to completely close it off. So
speaking of Chloe as well, there's a question here which I thought was interesting. It's from Amongzy. How do you think they'll design Chloe in the game?
I have no idea because I'm not on the art. I think they're gonna reuse some of the. I don't know. Maybe if you look at the concepts and some of the artwork that was in double exposure, and I think the way they develop Max as a character, having her be older, 10 years later, they're gonna give that same treatment to Chloe, because you have to remember these characters are older now. They're a little bit changed. We've changed the art style. Obviously, it's kind of away from that Liz 1 style that we had. So I think they'll still keep what makes Chloe Chloe. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
that's going to happen.
He says with his fingers tucked underneath his eye, please make this age well.
I would like to put a disclaimer. This is all theories. I have no insider knowledge whatsoever.
Actually, there's another question for you as well, actually. That was one from Matt Klein 9014. How would you like to see the levels get expanded on in this game?
Ooh, he's like, that's a good one.
He's like, don't touch my shit.
I don't know how much they can do with the existing spaces, like Snapping Turtle and the campus stuff that we had built, but like any game, we had lots of stuff, other spaces that we developed that were cut, just because of the development time, and as we were, shaping the story and saying, okay, we don't need this space, we don't need that.
Yeah,
I hope they go back and retouch some of those spaces, or restart working on them and build them out. I really hope to see some of the early concepts that we had worked on maybe make a return in this game. That would be really great to see. Just guys like, oh, I remember I worked on like the first version of that. That'd be really, really cool. Yeah.
And then it gets blown up by the fire. It's like, damn, it's gone.
That's all right.
I was gonna say, I don't know if he can answer Hella's name.
Was that a question that Amanda Date, where she describes a party location, was that planned as a physical location at first?
A party location? I think I know what this person is talking about, and I can't answer.
Yeah, there you go. So there you go. There's your answer. Thank you very much. Well, I think this was also going to be one. Any space from KJL Kevin? Any spaces you can share that never happened?
No, not right now. until the reveal, I really can't. Maybe a couple years down the line, we'll do another episode, guys, and we can talk a little bit more. But I don't want to spoil anything for the team that really worked so hard for this and the real reveal for this.
Yeah.
And so I am choosing to kind of bite my tongue and keep my mouth shut as much as possible. Yeah, because they worked really hard on that, and I want them to get the full reveal and the marketing plan to go into place. Yeah.
We'll bring you back on when it's all said and done. Then you can kind of work from there. So, Jace, thank you. See you later. Take care. Thank you so much. This is from Kimberly Laugh. 4085 Baqir. It says, any favorite level designs from previous Life is Strange titles?
Ooh, okay. I was a big fan of the end sequence of Liz 1, kind of the stealth sequence. I thought that was very, very interesting. Yeah, I would say that one really, really stands out in terms of just stealth gameplay in a game like that, which I looked at a lot when I was trying to build the Icy Lake, Icy Pond level.
Yeah, as I say, it's very, very familiar that.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, when you make stealth into a game that doesn't have stealth all the way through, I'm sure that, like, you really have to think about, like, how can we make this work for players that haven't been prepared for stealth? And I know there was, like, the hiding scene in Liz 1, where you had to hide from, I was going to say aldermen. You have to hide from, we're always hiding from aldermen. Yeah, no, we're hiding from Step Douche. No.
Sorry. I thought you were talking about double exposure. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, no, from Step Douche. But yeah, like it's always interesting. And stealth levels can get, piss me off sometimes. So a good level design is always a great feature, because I just got done playing Plague Tale Requiem. Those stealth missions. Did you play both games by any chance?
Plague Tale, no, I've yet to touch that series.
Oh, dude, yeah, because I was about to say, like, Innocence, I felt like had the first game had better stealth sequences than Requiem does, and I think it has a lot to do with how open the map is and how that level design is to be. I think Innocence had a lot more stealth than anything else. But yeah,
Can I ask you a question? Where you're at with like Life is Strange? Do you think this is it after this game, like at least in the short term, considering what you've seen from like the layoffs and everything else?
Yeah, I mean the layoffs have been concerning. I'm just seeing a lot of people that I know just, all right, this is my last day, I'm out. This is my last day, I'm out. That's been really concerning. I hope not, because I really like Deck 9 as a studio. I thought they had really world-class talent. It depends on how this game does. I would say, if this game does really, really well, then hey, Deck 9 rises from the ashes. It's awesome. But looking at kind of if you go on like LinkedIn and look at their employee numbers and just how many people are left, unless they catch another project, we'll see what happens. I hope they do, but
yeah. Because my theory is always just like, are they cleaning house so that Stefan can be like the lead? It's just such a weird layoff cycle that's like, okay, are you dismantling the studio? Or are you reshaping the studio? Like, why are we not shutting down? It's just a weird way to make a layoff, It's almost in waves.
Oh, they had to work on this game,
Yeah.
So it's sort of get a team together to build this. And again, if people are questioning how this got done, in a year and a half, is the PEGI League tells you that they're kind of going back to Caledon.
Yeah.
So if they're going back to Caledon, then it kind of makes sense, because they're going to be using the exact same sets and the same setting with maybe some extra stuff added onto it, which I think will be really, really cool to see. That's kind of how it is. And then once a team is finished, that all right, everyone, that person's work's done. If there's no other project, then they kind of don't have a choice but to let you go. That's usually how it works in game development.
Yeah.
How's your,
I was gonna say, like, how's your new job going?
It's going well.
Good.
That can't talk about it.
No.
But I'm at a studio now called Pipeworks, which is a co-development studio, and it has been really fantastic. Yeah.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Remote.
And you can't talk about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I will not talk about it.
But you see, it's talk about Life is Strange, which is always good. But no, congratulations, Baqir. I know that obviously we talked when you post like your layoff and everything else that happened, and you're trying to get your indie project off the ground. And this is such like a tumultuous industry, so I feel for you. And congratulations getting the job and the gig. It's very exciting, and obviously we'll love to have you back on here when the game comes out, Double Exposure's sequel, and we'll be like, let's talk about these little details that you popped up, because you can give us the insight of it. Speaking of
Yeah,
Insight,
I'm curious to dive into it and kind of see like, oh, I recognize that space. Oh, I recognize that space. That'll be awesome. Yeah.
speaking of Insight, there was one comment here from KJL Kevin. Did you ever have multiple ways during the chase of Safi to the lake?
We did have alternate paths, but they were kind of dead ends.
Yeah.
We did play around with multiple paths to kind of get to the end, but just with development time and time being so short, we ended up kind of cutting that. And so, but I did in the original gray box when I was building that, I had some like dead ends and things like that, fake paths because the idea was we wanted you to use the peak mechanic to be able to properly track Safi from the other timeline. And so having these sort of dead ends kind of, forces the player to which path do I take? Let me use my power.
Yeah.
Making them use the mechanic. But yeah, we had some of that.
Yeah, some crazy stuff, man. When we were like talking about the first part, those three chapters that you built from Dual Exposure, it's fascinating to see like how much you guys had to put into it, and even that entire opening sequence is amazing. Actually, do you like when the planning of it to like get Safi's reveal of her getting shot is actually really smart, of like how you built the connecting points. Obviously, someone made the decision of being like, we'll just reveal that in the trailer, and it's like, fantastic, there we go. We'll put that out the surprise.
Man, ruined my surprise.
Do you know what? Baqir, affects people though. I've had a friend who played Life is Strange recently. They had no idea Gabe dies in the first chapter of True Colors. They're like, holy hell, that happened. It's like, yeah, it's like, do you not watch any of the material? It's like, no, it's been like 6 or 7 years since the game's come out. It's like, I've just seen it now. I'm like, oh, actually, yeah, it's like, why did they ruin that? It's like, we could have just left that quiet, and it's like, he gets hit by a rock. Amazing. There's a bit of a little like surprise twist, isn't it? But,
Yeah.
Publishers will always like baffle me with the decisions they make, It's just, yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I this is my personal opinion, but I felt they had revealed a little too much with the marketing plan. I felt like if they had been a little bit more hidden about the narrative, I think it would have been much more of a cooler surprise with Safi's death. Yeah.
No, yeah, but they needed to do all the other stuff as well with the little videos of like here's who killed Safi and whatever else. It's just
but that was my reaction when like the trailer was first shown and they're like Safi's dead. I was like, God damn it.
Well, that's like Life is Strange in general. Like again, like with Gabe dying and of course Life is Strange 2. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, your dad's dead. Enjoy the game before it comes out. It's like, why are we like revealing all this stuff before the game comes out? Like specifically about Life is Strange, It's
that's Square Enix marketing. Again, Deck 9 has I don't not much to dip into that toes.
It's just marketing. Yeah,
I will say by far the best part of the Square Enix marketing is when Jonathan Stauder's clothes change in the double exposure reveal segment. That was like, I was like, he's gone into another timeline. It's like we've ripped the living and dead world timeline. It's like he's just changed. I was like, did he change clothes? I was like, yeah, he did. It's like, what's going on there? I was like, right, we filmed those across different days, haven't we? But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Like we're literally around the corner of like this dropping. I'm like, here we go. Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting time for the Life is Strange and everything else.
When do you think it's gonna drop as a fan now?
They think the leak said March 26th, right?
Yeah, 27th, I think. Yeah,
27th. Yeah, it's gonna be then. PEGI's an official rating board. Like that's not some leaker through a Reddit forum who maybe play tested the game, leaking shit out to the fans. That's an official ratings board that had official information that was provided to them by Square about the game. So
yeah. I had to tell people. That I was like, it's fake. I was like, yeah, I'm sure
PEGI's not fake. That's the rating. Yeah, that's a process. Even with ESRB in the US and PEGI in the UK, it is a process to go through the rating and get all that. They need that information. Like they're mentioning the things that happen potentially in the game with the drink spilling and all that, spiking the drink and all that. That's information they have to give ahead of time so that the ratings agency can give the right rating to the game. So that's not leaking. That's official information, unfortunately.
Is that where we got the information about the 27th from PEGI?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure
where the release date.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where people were getting that. I am chronically offline, so I didn't even see. I usually show like Admin's the one that like gives me all the info. I just come on here. He's like, "Have you seen any of this?" Like, no, I was reading, dude. I don't even know what's going on right now. So.
Yeah, he stays out of tune with someone actually messaged me once saying like I've sent them Adam's takes horrible blah blah. And I was like, why are you messaging me about it? And I was like
Really?
yeah, and well, it's terrible. It's like I don't agree with Adam's take, and I was like, why are you messaging me about it? Like I can't get a hold of him. I was like, good, because like, if you get into his DMs, I was like, the dog will bark. I'm like, you'll see what exactly happens. He'll be like, I'm reading this fucking book. Go away. Like we'll talk about life another time. Like we can only do so much with it. Like but yeah, it's just
where did he message you from? From Twitter, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's probably my profile is still up on Twitter. I can't log into Twitter. Like Elon Musk has blocked me out of Twitter, so like there's no way I can answer your message. So
it's a shit show anyway. You don't want to.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I was just saying before, like
I don't get on there much anywhere. I think my last tweet was in 23.
Yeah.
My favorite one.
I just don't use it anymore.
My favorite one was just seeing the Deck 9 and like don't know people sneakily on Twitter, like where they're interacting with things. I'm like, hello. I'm like, what are you saying? I'm like what are you saying that? Like,
yeah.
But yeah,
I think regardless what everyone thinks about the game and their thoughts on Double Exposure, I still feel like people are gonna play it. Especially even the fans who are like, "Oh, I ain't gonna play it." You're gonna play it. You're gonna see it and you're gonna be excited and you're gonna want to play it. You may not like it maybe at the end, but you're still gonna buy it and play it.
Baqir, you watched The Simpsons. It's like that episode when they have Lisa Lionheart statue and they have that little doll that comes out and it's like amazing. It's going to be different from Malibu Stacy. And then what does Malibu Stacy do? They release Malibu Stacy with a hat and everyone runs over. Even Smithers runs over to it. He's like, I want this.
Yeah.
And they're doing this with Chloe. Drink a little bit of catnip in front of people. Boom. Chloe Price, you're coming for it.
Even if people are like, oh, it's Brianna, it's not, Ashley, and I'm like, you're getting a Max and Chloe adventure potentially from
it's
this.
what you asked for,
you're
man.
Gonna it's what you asked for. It's what all the hoo-ha was when Double Exposure came out. Why is Chloe not in this?
Yeah.
You're getting what you asked for.
It's exactly when Todd Howard came out and they're like saying like, well, why do you keep re-releasing Skyrim? It's like, stop buying it. Like you're asking for this. You keep buying Skyrim. I'm going to give you more Skyrim. That's the deal.
Yeah. Again, it's also at the end of the day, it's a business, right? And so they have to listen to your audience or your customer base. And people were very vocal. We wanted to see Max and Chloe together. Okay, let's get Max and Chloe. There you go.
Forget about them, Baqir. I'm going to ask you as well. Prediction: do you think Alderman comes back?
I hope he does, because even me playing through Double Exposure and he kind of just disappeared at in chapter 3. I was like, oh, I hope there's more to it. I don't think his story was fully written out by the time I had left Deck 9, so I didn't know what his fate. I just knew that would happen with him interacting with his other timeline self, but after that, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So I do hope they revisit it. I think I've been hearing a lot of they've boxed themselves into a corner with the writing and the way they did so and so, but I think with the two timelines merging, they've presented themselves an opportunity to be able to really tell the story in a unique way, in a different way, and to be able to bring back these characters for potentially you can maybe make another big choice at the end of this game that's going to come out, right? With saving Chloe or saving, I don't know, Caladon. I don't know, whatever that choice is going to be. I don't know if they're going to follow the same formula, but, I think with the two timelines merging, you can bring these characters back. It kind of makes sense. You can remake your choices again. There's that opportunity. So I think that's something people can get really excited about.
Yeah. Because I do think it's like, you could end up like with a BTS game, which is quite divisive, but enough to kind of like appease a large portion of people. I think that's like maybe a safety route for Square Enix, where it's like, actually, we've got like a, solid entry out, quote unquote, solid entry, which has enough fan base there that's kind of like enjoying it. Because like even with BTS, you see people, it's like, oh, well, I hate it. But there's like a large portion of the fan base that loves it. So you can get like a little bit of like a Marmite game, not as Marmite as what they did last time. I think there's like an escape route kind of thing where you have that. I do think that's the only thing. Like, if I was the right, I am smashing those timelines together and be like, let's go from here. It's like, let's get this going and let's just go straight forward, because I can't see any other route out of it. It's like, like, otherwise I'm trapped here a lot. But that's what I think. I'm trapped a little bit, because it's like you've kind of like set all those things up, and it's like, well, you've left enough open for Chloe Price to be there. And I think that's where, for me, it's like, actually, we can save this, you know what I mean? Like, quote unquote.
Yeah, no, again, it's at the end of Double Exposure where Moses asks Max, "Are you gonna, you know, call Chloe, or are you gonna run from Chloe?" And she's like, "No, I'm not gonna." So we left that door open of, teasing kind of her coming back,
Yeah.
into this game. So,
Yeah.
I think the idea was always there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
These people are so goddamn impatient. We wanted her now.
no, like that. That's what I mean, though. It's just like I'm on the fence of just like, we'll wait and see. I'm interested, and I've always said it before, and I said it on the other show, that like, I think science fiction has a lot more leniency in writing than like fantasy does, because you can say like, well, this happened because of this scientific fantasy that happened. Because Life is Strange is a sci-fi story. You can argue with me if you can, but because it's a sci-fi story, you can explain away how the timelines merging actually creates more timelines. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could. Again, I remember reading through the premise on the PEGI leak and looking at what they had done with Double Exposure. I was like, oh, okay. I was able to put two and two together and be like, I think they might go this route.
Yeah.
So I just felt like, okay, they've given themselves a window of opportunity here with the writing to be able to tell this story now that the timelines have merged. I am curious about the power. Is it going to be rewind? Is it going to be another timeline? I have no idea, but I'm very, very curious about it.
When you said, for example, they left Chloe Price open, they left the rewind power open because she uses it in the game atrophied because she can't control it. And then she merges the timeline, so she can't use her split power. It's the power is still there, which is enough for you to kind of bring it here and kind of like, it's going full circle, isn't it? As you said, like, you have Chloe Price back now, you have rewind back, you have this option to do a big choice at the end where even you eliminate all these characters you don't, you save Kaladin. It's like you're setting up for enough to kind of just be like, here we go from it. I think they'll bring it back because I think that's where it's like the main option from that. I was going to ask you as well, just as a fan, before we get into that, just as a fan backup, because where they're going with Chloe Price, do you think Safi comes back?
I think so.
Yeah.
There was a lot of narrative that we kind of left on the table at the end when she kind of walks away with Diamond. That I think she'll be in this game with Chloe, and it'll be interesting to see Chloe and Safi kind of interacting if they do in this game. I think that's going to make some really, really great scenes. Just knowing the fact that Chloe's personality and Safi's personality kind of clashing, I think that'd be really, really cool to see, potentially.
Yeah.
That's how they interact.
And
especially
you know what, as well?
Chloe, especially, yeah.
And on top of that as well, I would lead into full Safi villain and just go with a full villain narrative now. Like, don't try and do the kind of like, we're trying to like, ooh, she can be good, just go full evil and be like, yeah, just make her the villain and like lean into that. Like, commit to it, throw all the kitchen sink in and see how it goes. I think it'd probably like work out. Adam, you were going to say something before.
Yeah, I was going to say that KJO Kevin had a great alternative instead of the cat content, the cat DLC. KJO7 says Raven DLC. You got a long lost Raven. See what home you have to go in.
Don't give them ideas. They'll probably start patching it now. At this point, like, they're not even thought about it. They're like seeing this chat and like, oh yeah, let's patch that in whilst we're at it. Like, Raven DLC.
Square's like, I know it's coming out in March, but could you just throw in a Raven DLC? That'd be great. It's superior.
I'm curious what if they have a special edition, what's going to be, because I got the special edition here and they gave me all this, which is really, really cool.
Oh yeah.
I really like the special edition set that they kind of came up with.
You know what? Actually, I'll just say it as well. So I was going to keep quiet, but I am going to go and see Tessa Rose Jackson in March with Jace, who was in the chat. So we're going to go and see her play live. And basically, this is the funny part. So I had a spare vinyl that I sent to Adam, and I had it in this room for a year. And Adam was like, "When are you going to send it?" And he eventually stopped saying it. And I sent it last year. And then Tessa Rose Jackson announced her dates 2 weeks later. And I turned around to Adam and said, "If you'd have waited a little bit longer, I would have got it signed and sent to you." And it's like, I was like, and he's like, oh my God, I can't believe that. And I'm like,
I got
yeah.
this useless vinyl sitting in my house. How
Send it back.
You what?
back to
With the
England with all
tariffs.
the tariffs. Yeah,
With the tariffs,
dude.
not a chat. I had to pay tariffs on that. When I went and posted it, I was like, he's like, yeah,
Oh,
you have to fill in this form. I was like, oh my God. I was like, maybe I should just like cut him off as a co-host as well. Like, no, we're not sending this. Or like aim it over the ocean, be like, can I throw this far enough? Like, hopefully it reaches him.
cheaper to grab a flight, and here's your vinyl. Bam. I'm on the next flight back.
Honestly,
For
man,
real,
like,
though.
damn, man, damn.
What a
Yeah.
great country you live in. Yeah.
Indeed. Thank you for everyone joining, by the way, as well. It's been really nice. It's been pleasant. It's been great having Baqir on as well and ambushing on the stream as well. If you have any questions for him, please let him know. Whichever ones he can answer, he will try and answer. So yes,
Yeah.
we'll have a look at this. Have we got any chats in the messages here from
Matt
people?
Klein says Chloe is going to stab Vin.
Jesus, see, easy wins, man. They could win so many points with this. Like, it could be like each person. It's like doing that scary movie clip when they start stabbing Brenda, and it's like she's speaking in the theater. Do that to Vin Lang. They could win so many. I should have been the creative lead of this. You could easily have done so many like big wins here, making people happy.
Oh,
like Vin.
KJL has an easy question to answer here. Do you think it will be episodic release or full release all at once?
I think it'll be full. I think,
Yeah.
and this is something I can share because Square shared this publicly.
Oh,
that they wanted to move away from episodic releases.
that's true. Yeah.
This will be full game. I don't think. I think episodic kind of doesn't work anymore because fans are very impatient and they really just want the entire experience at once. So I don't think they're going to go episodic. Just not any much value in that, where it's just release the whole game at once.
Not just that, but also, and if you can correct me if I'm like off base here, I feel like because there is a flood of games that creates almost this illusionary backlog that when a game comes out episodically, a person's like, I'll get to it eventually, right? So like the episodic doesn't even really matter because there's not really a game that like everybody's flooding to, going to weekly. There's always a game coming out, and that kind of like kills the vibe of an episodic release. Am I wrong there?
No, you're absolutely right. It kills the momentum because you're kind of going and you're like, oh man, I can't wait for that next episode. But then you got to wait, and then sort of the hype kind of dies down, and then you have to do basically separate marketing plans for every single episode.
Yep.
And that's just tough. That's just, especially in today's climate where there's just too much content out there, man. It's hard to keep people's attention.
Yeah.
Massively.
And so, yeah, it's a smart move to move away from episodic. And I think fans appreciate that more. It was like, I can just play the whole game at once, you know?
They had this problem with Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. They put it 2 parts, and the space between it, like they don't have the manpower to keep up people engaged with it. It's like with like Apple TV seeing at the minute, doing with like Polybius and Ted Lasso and Silo. They only release a certain amount of episodes, and the next season's like 2 or 3 years. Like, people move on, man. Like people, I use this example as well with this podcast. If we didn't do it weekly, people would just move on. You have to kind of keep a structure in place where at least people are engaged with something. Maybe they come in and out of the podcast, but it's consistent. It's been consistent for 5 years. Like we had one blip period during True Colors, and then also when my dad died, like there was a bit of a period, but like it stayed consistently there. It's like with like, and we struggled in a market of oversaturated podcasts. Frankly, we're the only Life is Strange podcast with like episodic games. So they would be murdered doing this, and imagine trying to do this in episodes. Like, end on that cliffhanger and see what happens. You'd get people tailing off in numbers after that.
Yeah, because if you like before we were doing this podcast, like Adnan, I said, hey, I'm just finishing a level. That level, I'm just now playing Dispatch.
Really? Yeah.
And that's the thing. I wanted to play it while it was episodic. I wanted to be with the hype cycle. I just wasn't in the headspace, didn't have the time to get in the episodic, but now I have it. And it's all at once. I'm kind of like out of the hype cycle, but it all just didn't matter. I'm playing Dispatch now.
Yeah,
I'm curious if they're gonna do what they did with Double Exposure as far as with like the special editions, releasing the first 2 episodes.
Oh, they're gonna do that.
Final,
100%, bro. Yes.
I don't know.
Hashtag Secrets of Kaladin, and then all the data's online, and people hack it and get into the end game, and they realize what the credit is. That post credit graphic was on the screen before the game came out, and we're like, come on, man, like come on. Do you know what, Baqir? They'll do it. they'll do it. Either that or the Ultimate Edition will include double exposure 1 in it or something. They're going to include incentives to get people hooked into it. Like, it's got to be something like that. But if they do the 2-week thing, my God, oh God,
Yeah.
I can't do it, Baqir, man. I can't do it. I'm getting too old for this, man. I had 3 or 4 nervous breakdowns in recent times doing this podcast. I'm like, do I say that? Can I say that? And there's like constantly, if you go back and watch the podcast, you see so many edits where it's like Adam has said something like, Adam, shut up. You can't say that right now, like, because we just got into this. Or I'm like, you can't say that. Cut that out, like, to myself.
Yes. Like, that's the thing. It's just there's too much there's just too much to like to think about, like releasing it episodically or even just like that. Like, I don't know. I hope they do on March 27th, that they do release everything all at once. There's no play the episodes early, especially what was the timeline? 2 weeks early?
2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks. That's insane, dude. That's insane. It's like 2 weeks just to build up hype. They might do that, and we're going to hear about it on January 20th. Of course, they're going to say all the details, like buy the deluxe edition, and you can play it today. You can play the first episode today, in January 20th. I don't know, man. It's going to be a wild way to how they market this 2 months of marketing. You know,
I think if they learn anything from double exposure's sales and the way that everything happened, I think they're going to shy away from it. I think they realized, in terms of the, if you look at a flow chart of, hey, the early edition, the first 2 is coming out, and then it kind of drops, and then, here's the rest of the game, by the way. The hype sort of doesn't happen in that second half as much, maybe.
Yeah.
When you're doing a full release where you're all your trailers, all your marketing, everything at once, boom, start off, really strong. Because again, like you mentioned with Lost Records, there was that issue of people were like, I'm going to wait until everything comes out, part A and part B, all the episodes come out, and then I'm going to play. And maybe by then they might forget. So,
do you know what, though, Baqir, as well? I think they've pre-recorded all the material because they've laid off the London team and the North America team. Whatever happens to Deck 9 next, if Deck 9 just falls apart, you don't want publicity with this kind of thing. You want to keep it as minimal, controlled in-house. Like, I've worked with PRs before, and they are like very efficient machines where it's like, let's avoid as much controversy / whatever as possible. I think it's going to be really formulaic. We get this out. Maybe they try and do an interview with Hannah Tell, but it's like, who leads that? Who's like on top of her? Like, do we know she's saying the right things and stuff? I think what you're going to get is standardized marketing here, way get up to release, put it out, pray for the best, eat your vitamins and see what happens. I think that's my belief that they're going to do with things.
Yeah. That could be a possibility. I think I feel like they might have learned a lot from any mistakes that were made during double exposures. They learned from that. And Square takes it seriously, and Deck 9 will take it seriously. And again, Chloe's here, so they listen.
Exactly. Like they.
But now the Bay players are going to be pissed off. Like, I killed her.
I told you.
I killed her.
I told you.
Why is she back?
That was my entire thing. I told you.
Stay down. Let's go.
They are going to piss off someone.
Sometimes it just feels like you can't please everyone with Life is Strange.
Exactly.
If you cater to Bay fans, the Bay fans will be pissed. You cater to the Bay fans, the Bay fans will be pissed.
But the thing is, though, Baqir, I think you can please in the anthology model, because like, even if people didn't like necessarily like True Colors and stuff, people are like, yeah, cool. It's a new game. You can do whatever you want. It's your own characters, etc., etc. Like, you weren't playing around and messing around with things. But I think because of this story and how it's told, it's kind of I always joke as well, because of like how the Don't Nod Square Enix relationship ended. Like, that ending of the first game is almost like the biggest middle finger from the Don't Nod team, being like, well, try and make a sequel from that, because like, it's so hard, isn't it? Like, you're going to piss off someone at the end of it. Like, as you said, this game, you're going to piss off people if they like double exposure, but they hated Chloe. You're going to piss off people if you destroy the ending of the first game by making one timeline. Whatever happens, it's going to be a variable.
Here's a good one for you, Adnan. Sir Tribby in the chat says, but the comic series literally has Chloe alive, so what's the difference?
Yeah, but it's 2 separate timelines. That timeline stays separate through the entire thing. So it's like Emma Vicelli's timeline stays separate in both ones. Like, Max is dragged out of one universe, pulled into the other, and what happens at the end of it, Max goes back to her universe, and we establish that this is this Chloe, and this is this Chloe. They have different hair colors. They have all the different strands in there. You keep it as clear, and also which is also what was Emma Vicelli's request as well, which is what the comic starts with. This is one universe in an infinite possibilities of universe. She never made it canon. It's a story within Life is Strange, and you basically get away with anything that happens. Like whatever you think of the comics, it's like you're in a good position where you can get away with things. So I think like, you have to be like, you basically aren't establishing a canon, which is the main thing. So Emma writes really good Max. She writes really good Chloe. I think like she writes really good characters.
Kim Plausible literally says the comics present as a canon, not the canon, unlike the games. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
It's a canon. It's like a canon. You can't make it the canon. That's the problem. When you make it the canon, you destroy 50% of the player base's agency. Like you are the canon then at that point, which is what they're about to do now. It's like, here we go. It's like, we all have the same canon now, boys. It's like, we're going into this. And I think like, you're in that position. I think Sean Red had a question. I think we've touched upon it as well, but I'll come on to it in a minute. Baqir, sorry, you're saying?
I feel like, again, with the two timelines, it's not which canon is right. I think it's both are right because the two timelines have merged into one. So both endings are valid in terms of she died and she lived. And now she's back.
Baqir, I'm telling you, they're going to end with Max and Chloe holding hands walking back into Arcadia Bay. It's like, you can't be annoyed because everyone's happy with that. Because it's like, the town is alive. Max and Chloe are there.
Not me, baby. I'm not going to be happy about that. She's better stay in the ground. No, my God.
Oh dear.
So punching off of that comment, Baqir Shah, KJL's Kevin says, can you say, and I don't think this would be like something that you can leak, can you say if Stouter is a big Marvel fan or not?
I believe so.
Can you leak that information like that willy-nilly if he's a big Marvel fan?
I think he is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm sure the articles are going to go nuts over that information. Lead level design confirms that team designer was a big Marvel fan.
Oh dear, that's something else that I thought
I'm sure you see that with the end graphic. That obviously there was a lot taken from Marvel by announcing that a character will return and things like that. Of course, yeah.
I just don't get why that had to happen in 2020. We missed the boat on that. Like maybe you would have got away with it like a while ago. 12 years, 13 years, then maybe like.
There's a lot of things that are happening in the games industry right now that I feel like if this was happening 10 years ago, it would have worked. I.e., Assassin's Creed Shadows. An Assassin's Creed set in Japan 10 years ago would have sold numbers, buddy. Even Dispatch right now, if it came out during a time of like Telltale's big, or even during like Oxenfree came out in 2016, 2017, around that time, I think Dispatch would have been like the hype. It is still, Dispatch is still a hyped game, but not like what it would have been 10 years ago.
Well, it's an anomaly though. Like Baqir might be able to expand on this with the narrative stuff. It's until I see consistency with like Expedition 33, Dispatch, it's an anomaly within a system because like I was reading Quantic Dream's CEO as well. He was talking recently. He was saying like we can now rely on like a long-term success because Detroit has done 15 million copies. And he's like, maybe that's the future where people pick up the game later down the line and the sales increase over time. But like even Quantic Dream's making multiplayer. That's Quantic Dream, man. Their last game was Detroit Become Human, which was absolute banger. And the next game they're making is some like weird multiplayer game. I was like doing that, like truly like scratching my eyes, thinking like, hang on a minute, what's happening? But it's the
wait, what happened to Star Wars?
well, I mean that's the other thing, isn't it?
Right. Thanks, Baqir. We're gonna start this now.
Baqir, they couldn't get the lightsaber.
That's the last thing I heard about.
They couldn't get the lightsaber color. Like David Cage was like, I want a purple lightsaber, and they're like, no. And he's like, dropping this.
Give me pink. Can't have pink, man. It's against the IP.
It's against the IP. Oh dear God. There was a comment here from Sean Red. Where is it gone? He deleted it. He was asking a question. Can't see it. No, he's gone. I think he's gone. Yeah, I can't see him.
Safi is a scroll, KJL says.
Safi's a scroll. Damn. Are there any other questions in here? You got any other questions for them in, guys? Because we'll probably be coming towards the end of the stream soon because it's been a while. If
the world famous Baqir Shah. Come on now.
Let's have a look at this one. Here's one from Timmy Lost. At Timmy Lost. My theory is that they originally intended to make DE take place in a timeline where Chloe died. It was in an early leak and then make the next game take place in a timeline where Chloe lives. No,
Nah.
never mind. Let's have a look. These. Yeah, I can't see anything else in here. Thank you for joining, guys. We have over 50 people. It keeps going up. I'm going to say this is the Baqir effect. He was like, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to put on this podcast.
I'm trying to get you guys some views.
Yeah. You're like, yes, he's getting the numbers up. I'm like, yes. Which is, yeah, there's a lot of things in here. Do you think Daughter will return, by the way? There's a lot of people teasing that at the minute because Daughter have been posting things like, maybe not as a composer, but like a one-off song.
Maybe, but I don't think so. I think Daughter is just doing their own thing right now, but that's the other question. Who is composing this game? Are they going to bring back Tessa, or are they going to bring back me? Or am I composing this game? Don't told me yet.
Nah, man, I need you for my game.
Dang, I'm overbooked. Sorry, Square. Can't do it.
I think that was one of the positives, I think, of Double Exposure was people really liked the soundtrack, and I liked it.
It was
really
great.
Liked the soundtrack. I think Tessa did an amazing job with the composition and everything, and really every scene with the music fit. And so I hope if they bring her back, she'll have another banger of an album.
She had a banger track to your lake sequence as well with Illusion. That was like sick as well during the entire sequence. I was like, that's adding those things. I was like, oh man, the Illusion is such a good song. But yeah, I think she did a great job at the sound. Because obviously they're going in a different direction. But I feel like she did a great thing with that.
Yeah, everything about the music in this game was just banger, dude. The pause menu music, banger, bro. Like it was Tessa Rose like really came through and just like said like, hey,
I love the menu as well. Yeah, the main menu, the pause menu, just they picked the right song where it's like, man, I could just stick to this on loop. Yeah.
You know what? I think the opening shot you guys did for Double Exposures is really great with her song Wake, and then Max goes in, puts the crowbar down. Obviously, Doc Martin shots, we need those for a bit of sponsorship, but walks in and then lifts her head up. I thought that was a really good introductory shot for the game. I thought I was really quite impressed with the way that you guys stylized that. Obviously, we enter the main location where my main man has built that, so obviously it's going to be great. But like, I did think that was a really good sequence, and I think that was where everything came together: the music, the set pieces, the acting. I think everything just really worked in well with that. But yeah, the soundtrack.
We had to knock that out of the park. We had no choice because that's the first time you're seeing Max back on screen.
Yeah.
With this game, so it had to be good.
Yeah.
And do you know what as well? I'm going to say it in the sequel. If I see moments where Max isn't putting her headphones in, I'm like, I know someone who would have suggested that. I'm like, there was a moment there. I'm like, come on.
Are they then redoing the trope a little too much? Because for me, it was like, hey, it's been 9 years.
Yeah.
We should have it back.
Oh, she needs to pick up that guitar. She needs to pick up that guitar and play it, man. Like Hannah tells her, man, come on, man. How are we not doing that? That's the other one you can get away with. Get to pick the guitar up. Hannah tells singing, boom. Millions of dollars coming in.
Here's that question. Dr. Blue says, question for you guys thinking. What could Life is Strange Reunion do in order to be a good game in your eyes? I mean, like, here's the thing. I think it needs to be an honest Life is Strange game, right? I don't think it needs to be big and grandeur, which the way it's going about, like, oh, there's this big inferno. It's not even a tornado. It's an inferno, which somebody else in the chat, I believe it was Kim Plausible, that said, like, Double Exposure 3, the tsunami. Like it can't be just like bigger and bigger and bigger. That's not what Life is Strange is. Life is Strange is a honest human being related story where we all can relate to something about it, right? I think Life is Strange 2 worked so well as a story because there was something that somebody has seen, at least here in this country. Britain, there's no racism in Britain, famously so. So you could relate. But like, that's the thing. There's something that you've seen and you can relate to, and I think there's some human relation to that. I think what Double Exposure did that I feel like it got wrong in the storytelling. It tried to be too big. It tried to be a superhero Marvel story when that's not really the case. I think you can say that in a human related story, I think that's what Dispatch is trying to do, but it didn't work here. So I think to make it a good game in my eyes, Michelle Ko has to be the writer, and that's what will make it good in my eyes.
Mine would be
Come on.
That's some wishful.
Come on.
All right. You know, it's a Drew
So-
Karpyshyn has to write it. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
mine would be really mean, but I would use Max's rewind power to go up to the point when Aisha Farah is writing Vin's character. Max grabs the pen and snaps it, and we eradicate, and that's how we eradicate Vin Lang from the universe along with Alderman. That's just maybe me though being mean.
Yeah, you're talking about Baqir's favorite character there. Baqir famously loves Vin Lang. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Nah,
on a serious note,
I liked a little bit of his personality because I thought it was different from the other characters.
Sure.
So I was like, oh, this guy's
There was some
okay.
potential that, like, hey, he came from a poor background, got into this university. I think there was something there, but then we made him into a pimp.
He was too much of an asshole.
That's
Yeah.
it.
For the game.
So they lose the moments. Like even when he's doing that thing with Max in the bar, and it's like he's being serious. He goes back to being a douchebag, and it's like you've literally destroyed the moment where you make him remotely likable because he goes back to being that same thing. I'm like, come on, man, just keep him in one kind of. At least with Alderman, he's Alderman. He's gonna get angry. He's gonna do his thing. He stays in that lane. And so with like, what's it called? Who we're talking about, Vin. It's like, he just does that thing where he flips, and I'm like, no, I can't do that.
Ooh.
On that question though, they just need to make it safe.
I was gonna say, Hot Dog Man. You want to read that one? I'm like, ooh, that's a good take. That's a good.
Which
take.
one? Bottom one. The one that's just come through.
The bottom. Yeah.
Ah, yes. It didn't tackle anything political, current events, controversial, etc. It was so quote unquote safely played and felt insulated from real world heavy themes. Don't not jump that. We're talking about double exposure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what the case was. Like
What about,
at the end of
what about the tornado though? Abby loves the metaphor behind that with like the LGBT. Why she got that? She was really happy with that. I was like, you can't be using that, Abby. It's a kind of thing.
I'm just glad it's not another tornado.
Yeah.
Again? How many damn tornadoes?
Wait.
Yeah.
What if the Inferno turns into a tornado and it's a fire tornado?
No,
I think Max is gonna. This is my theory.
Oh yeah.
Max is gonna cause the storm to come in and take out the Inferno. Air defeats fire.
Oh, so she's basically the Avatar, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep fucking with the timeline to cause the storm to come in for a couple of days. So by the time the Inferno comes,
oh my God.
The campus is gone, but hey, the Inferno's gone.
Problem solved, everybody. Let's go.
Sean Red 7681 put, do you think Max gets her rewind back? Of course she does. They are 100. I'm telling you now, they are bringing back that rewind mechanic. It is happening. It's the only thing they can do at this point as well. As I said, they've done enough. They're set up in the game saying that Max's powers aren't gone. It's there, and they're going to tap into it. It's going to happen. She's getting those rewind back. She's rewinding her way for somewhere. That's what's happening. Guarantee.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Hot Dog Man says, what if the Inferno is Rachel related because of the forest fire? I'm like, stop it.
Stop it.
I feel like, wouldn't that take away, though, from all of the events of the first game? It's like Max knows the consequences of messing with time, and now you're putting her back into that situation. Like,
there's a lot of things.
She doesn't the Alderman photo. Did you not see that entire thing where she's like, before Alderman comes in, she's jumping into the photo? She's like, stop it. No,
because we've built it, even in double exposure, where she's wary about using her powers because she knows what the consequences are of messing with time. She tells that to Safi. And then now you're putting her kind of back into a Liz one situation. I'm curious how they're going to do that and how that's going to even fit narratively.
Yeah.
I think,
man, this girl just doesn't learn her lesson.
no. A lot of people don't seem to learn their lesson. I'm like, we are going down that route. Like, I think, what was it Adam said in the last podcast? Was it, you said, like, it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. Yeah. You said it doesn't matter anymore. That's where we're at now, right? It's like, it doesn't matter what happens next. We're like done here. Like whatever happens, we're throwing that around. Like even Baqir's gone. He's like, I'm done here. Like I'm not. He's like, that's it. No, they're gonna just rewind. I think they might even put like more parameters on her rewind, where it's like maybe you can only activate in certain ways and whatnot. But I just have a feeling they're going to do it because it'll fix micro
What
issues.
if they do the opposite? What if she goes forward in time?
That's what Adnan was saying. Like she's a future hopper, you know.
Yeah. See, I would do that as well. There's a power you can be like, and you'd like move back. And
Wait,
then
she already kind of did that in the first game when she would see the storm.
Oh, we can't win it. It's constantly gonna. Oh man, yeah. No, it's just.
We're theorizing like, well, what if she did this, but then we have this.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like you said before, I'm just curious to see like, okay, what's her power now? Like, how are you going to explain like, okay, she can't use rewind and she's not doing the time lapse thing. Like, is her power going to be like from before the storm? Is it going to be backtalk? Is she going to take on backtalk as a superpower now?
Maybe they're just going to say, fuck it, no powers. Like, we can't do it.
Yeah.
Just she lost all her power. No, they're definitely going to have to give her a power. But yeah, we just won't know until Tuesday.
Yeah. It's just wild, man. Oh wow. Hot Dog Man saying, by the way, I have 100 podcast episodes to watch after I finish Lost Records. Well, finish it faster, buddy. We're just making more and more. You got to keep going. How dare you?
That's stacking up. That's stacking up, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what? We should record more episodes. Just to add up to the backlog. Just like that front.
We're adding 72 more, baby.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, it's just something
did you
else,
play Lost Records? I think we asked you that, Baqir.
I did, and I still have to finish it, unfortunately. For people who don't know, when you're a game developer, sometimes you find it very hard to play games when you're in the middle of making games. So
yeah.
I see it. It's on my machine on Steam. Sometimes when I look through my Steam list, I'm like,
yeah,
I gotta finish that.
Yeah. See, that's how I am with music. Like, especially if I'm in here for like even just like 6 hours, right? And I'm currently like mixing and mastering. I hear the music, and I just want to go downstairs and like nothing, just like silence. Like I can't listen right now. I'm like not even overstimulated. I'm just like, I want something else. Give me my book. Yeah. Like I want my book.
Yeah. What was that question now? Someone said that
again. I think at the end, people are gonna get what they wanted, which was a Max and Chloe adventure, which hopefully ends on a happy note, and
yeah,
that'll be that.
It would be pretty funny if they killed one of them. I'd be like, oh my God, like they just do it. Imagine they do that.
Max dies this time.
Whoa. It reverses, and it's like there's a funeral sentence for Max. Yeah. Does Pompidou make a re-entrance to this game?
No, just to spite you. They listen to this podcast. Like, no, it's like no, not for him. Leave it. Because Matt Klein 9014 put who is the antagonist in the new game? It's got to be Safi.
Yeah,
it's got to be Safi.
Yeah.
Where's Trump?
I think she might have been positioned as more of an anti-hero, but I don't think that would work out. I think she's really suited. Just as the way the execution went, I think she would be suited as a villain, potentially.
Yeah.
Or it may not be her.
Well, I thought Olivia's performance was better when she's like evil Safi. Like when she's tapping into it, I was like, just go with it. It's like, stop trying to make it the anti-hero. It's like, she actually looks like a pretty good villain. It's like, if you kind of go into that, like, we're leaning into what makes the villain.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's a kind of room for that.
Like, that's the thing. I like that in between where like it was Safi the friend, but then that middle part where she's just kind of almost like questioning reality. Like, hey, do we really have to live like this? Can we do something better? But towards the end of the game, she became more supervillain, very loud and presented herself. Like, you have to join me, Max. Like, okay, Dr. Doom, like settle down here. Like, I think that the best Safi was the one just questioning reality as one with new superpowers. And the what was the line that you hate? It's like, oh wow, you really got the white advantage of superpowers. What was it?
Oh, it's
white privilege your way to all the cool powers.
Yeah, I was like, wow, the most white privilege superpower there. I was like, wow, that's some writing right there.
Okay.
Well, that's an interesting question, actually. Hang on a minute. So this is from Wellington Piera 9658. But hello from Brazil. Here I want to know: do you guys think the end of Max is going to become a Professor X for the people Safi is going to bring? So Max is going to become Professor X. It's going to be Patrick Stewart is going to turn up in this game and hand over the reins.
And we lost Baqir on that one.
Oh, he's done. He's like, I'm not having this.
I'm not having this. No more.
I'm here 1 second.
He's like, yeah, it's gonna be Max as Professor X in the mansion, and she's gonna come like wheeling in, bald, like on the thing. She's like, "I've been waiting for you, Safi. Here are the kids." like,
Here are the kids.
I'm here to talk to you about the Life is Strange initiative.
Wow. Oh dear me, man. Oh my god. Well,
I've spoken too much already.
If that is the ending, then my god, it's gonna be something else. Chloe's just standing in the background, like, oh, yeah, it's gonna be something. It's something.
I wonder how Diamond's going to factor into this, because we did tease that she has powers at the end of Double Exposure.
Yeah,
I'm like, what power are they going to give her?
Yeah, she's going to be
Power
the
to
new
be.
11. Yeah, like it's going to be like Stranger Things. That's what it's going to become.
I hope her power is that she comes back and she does this, and the hat disappears. That's her power. So her power is just to get rid of the hat, boom, and then she can snap her fingers back. I personally think they're going to make her Safi's accomplice in some kind of way, shape, or form, just to kind of like ease that into a story, being like she's got some kind of like thing there, because they kind of flirt with that, don't they?
Of the villain, yeah.
Sir Trivia says the game is just Safi heading to Mexico to convince Daniel to join her evil scheme.
And then she goes to Alex's chin. And
and
I really wonder if they're going to tease any kind of Alex in this game. Yeah.
No, I can't see that. I just can't see Alex Chen being back in this game.
Man.
I can see like Alex Chen in terms of Erica Mori being on the mocap, because she's done mocap with The Expanse and other stuff like that. So it wouldn't surprise me with that. But I don't know, man. I think like, you know, maybe she comes with Steph in the car. They do cause more like the Avengers really assemble it. It's like, yeah, like here we go. It's the team up to fight evil Safi.
I don't see Erica agreeing to this, man. Like, I don't know. She has been missing from book club pretty recently. I have not seen. No, we don't have a book club. We talk about books. No book club yet, but there will be. With me and Dave, there would definitely be a book club. But yeah, I don't think Alex is coming back in this one. Like, this is just me, like, as a fan. Like, I don't know, but I don't think so. I don't think
actually,
so, man.
That's a question for you, Baqir, but like just in terms of, because you worked on Double Exposure and then even True Colors, would it be easy to move Alex's asset over to Double Exposure? Because I know you guys use it as a player character whilst Max was there. Do you think it would be easy just to kind of tweak it and put it into the game if it needed to be there?
Yeah. As I mentioned when I was building the Max headphones moment, we didn't have the full model of Max completely modeled out yet. We were still very early in development, so a lot of the designers were prototyping with Alex Chen's model from True Colors. So we'd use her to prototype mechanics. So it's funny, if you see some of that early footage, you'll see Alex Chen doing shifting and peaking and things like that, which was really, really cool. And then, the headphones moment, her walking around, I used her model for that. So I know they have it, and they could easily just move it from one project to the other, all the materials and the textures. Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
She could make her way over.
They'd have to probably upgrade it a little bit. Yeah, definitely, because she was in Unreal 4, and then they moved to 5 for Double Exposure.
Oh, yeah.
That's something, isn't it? It's a different change, yeah. God damn, man. There's so many things that happen in that game. It's like, I went back and watched some of the scenes, because I was like, what's going on here? And I'm like, oh. I was like, because I found Loretta in the end of the game. I missed her completely in my first playthrough. I was like, oh, she's in the corner. And I was like, oh, she's in the corner because the cat content happens there, and that's why she's hid over there. And I didn't notice her from that. Also, Baqir, one thing I noticed as well, because I went back and played it like last year, I was like, because they cut the cat content and put it into DLC, there's actually a good moment with the cat content when you walk back into the house before the chase sequence, and the cat is sat on the fridge and it hisses at you. So it's setting up the fact that Max has already been there, who's Safi, and it's hissing. I was like, what a cool moment. The freaking game. I was like, I missed that, man. I'm like, you cut a moment out of the game. I was like, that's actually a pretty good setup for it. Like, you
didn't pre-order the DLC and got that awesome cool cat content? Dude,
how dare
you missed out.
I mean, they tried to incentivize me more in the second chapter when I got that little advert in there saying, "Oh, you should buy this," and like I'm like, no.
They kept saying like, "Come on, man, come on, you know you want the cat content."
Hey, I got it. It was awesome. It was really cool cat content. I can't lie, man.
How-
That was awesome.
It was amazing. What was it? Also a Marvel villain as well, the cat.
Yeah, I think that hissing was a tease. He's gonna knock Max's eye out, just like Nick Fury's.
Oh dear. Have we got any more questions, guys? I think we'll probably be coming towards the end because we have been on for a while and we have really enjoyed this. Thank you so much.
Yes.
This was not planned in this way. I like a proper like
boy.
rigid structure. I was like, be like, oh, we have questions and
Bring your
stuff.
questions while you have
Yeah.
me here.
When he disappears and we're like, what happened to him? It's like, oh no, the suits have got him, and it's like they're grabbing him and dragging him. And it's like it'll truly be like Matrix moment with the agents coming in. I'm like, damn.
He gave me the pill.
Yeah. I'm not alluding to the agents being anyone.
You gotta just make sure with the news you're not revealing and not spoiling anything. But
that's the one.
Yeah.
Still, y'all got questions.
So Sean Red put there as well. 7861 put, I think a happy Max and Chloe ending is the most we can hope for. They basically admitting that this game, that the story doesn't matter, which I pretty much agree with. It's just get to the finish line, land it, and then we're done here for the time being.
Yeah, this game needs a really good landing, and I think that's the best way to appease the fans who were very much in uproar with double exposure. Like, okay, if that's what you want, that's what you'll get.
Yeah.
And I think that's the smart thing to do, honestly. Play it safe.
Yeah, honestly.
And have that be the ending.
You got to, man. This is the only thing that you do. Like, this is what I would do if I came into the project. I would just land the game. I don't know if I would land it, but like I would land the game. That would be like, we just need to get it into a good place, get it out, and then like let's just like leave it where it is. I think that's the only thing you can do. Actually, here's one as well.
I hope if they do more, that it goes back to anthology. Just saying. I would be really cool. I think they want to do the whole Avengers thing, potentially. But if you want to do that, you got to build up more characters. You got to have more characters with powers and introduce them. I don't think they did enough of that to want to start going, we're going to put all the characters together. You don't have that many. What you got? There's Alex, Max,
Sean.
Daniel from Life is Strange 2, Sean. 3 characters, right?
Three main characters.
And then Safi and potentially Diamond. Like, again, it's like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I feel like they need to do a little bit more building of more anthology of games before they do like a get together kind of game.
Yeah.
So if they want to go that route, I feel like they need to go back to anthology and do introduce more characters with unique powers before they do that. But
yeah,
nobody listens to me.
they pulled like it's hard because it's such a gamble as well doing something like that when you build all the characters of the universe and then start meshing them together. Like it's just you're risking like structural integrity and anthologies.
Be honest though, you would really fanboy out if you saw Alex, Sean, Max, all of them on screen at the same time fighting a baddie or something using their powers. You would go crazy, man. You'd be like, oh shit, like you would mark out. Come on.
I'd be more like Square Enix is acknowledging Sean and Daniel. I'm like, what the fuck's happened there?
Yeah,
like who's changed that?
Like Sean and Daniel got on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm like, do we remember that?
To be honest, I know we give a lot of flack about that idea, but if you saw all the characters on screen at the same time, using their powers, you would go crazy. You'd be like, this is awesome. Right?
Do you think so? I think it'd be cool. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
And then come on, share your feelings like a real human being.
I'd be like, how do we get here? Like, how do we get here?
Well, by the time they're on screen, you got there.
That's really. I'm like, oh god. I mean, yeah, it's hard though, isn't it? Like, I wouldn't mind the characters meshing with each other, like meeting in worlds and stuff. Like if they cross paths, that's fine. I think that you open too many boxes open where it's like, actually, are we going to like lean into this too much? It feels like with Max coming back, it was like such after a long time. It was like maybe you missed the gun on that. Like you just kind of get something done, like a spin-off or something. It feels like they missed the boat a couple of times. I mean, you've seen the TV show and stuff and the news of that. I'm like, why is that not done 6 or 7 years ago, man? That would have been peak in the Netflix era, man. Netflix ain't going to look at something like that now because it's like they produce content left, right, and center. They care more about Warner Bros. Assets because of how much valuable they are compared to like Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you follow the news as well. They casted the Life is Strange, like the rumored they've casted the actor who might play Max. I put a poll out, it's got 1,000 votes, and it's like 50% said no. I'm like, God damn it! I'm like, more than 50% has been like, no.
I'm on a lot of the forums, and I see a lot of people looking at. I think it was Emma Myers.
Yeah,
and
I would love Emma Myers.
I look at her, I'm like, she looks like Max. Like, and she's a fan. She'd make a great Max.
And profile. And profile is in Wednesday, is in Good Girls Guide to Murder, building a profile. Big, like,
she's a good actress too. Yeah. So,
like, it's a slam dunk right there. Yeah,
massive.
Yeah, but I've seen from casting directors is they don't do slam dunks. They say let's give the opposite of what fans are hyping about. You know, who the character should be, which actor should be.
Yeah.
A lot of people like. Especially now with AI, people will like show like, oh, this actor or actress would be perfect for this character, right? And people see it, and the casting is like, nah, I'm gonna pick this other person. Oh my god, it's just give the people what they want.
Yeah, honestly,
give them what they want.
Mate, they would hit a home run if it was Emma Myers or Sophia Lillis. They both got profile. Both got like established reputation, brand, and you bring people's eyes onto the product. And the minute their names are attached to it, people are like, oh wow, this is really interesting. The worst thing they can do is like go the opposite direction. I just don't get it. By the way, I would get excited about the Avengers crossover because MTT19 put Avengers Mosh Pit Shaka Bra. I'm all for that now. You have sold me on that idea. I am now for that.
They don't even have to be using their powers. They could just be at a concert together and
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Timmy Loss has put Emma Myers for the win as well. I agree. Emma Myers is my main one. 100%. I'll take it. I just think that they're missing the boat on that. Like, I've just been following the TV news. It's like, you know, like that was such a missed opportunity 6 years ago. Something would have been massive for the brand and stuff like that. Like, that was like, let's tap into the streaming market. Let's get things going. Now you're on Amazon. I'm still questioning that as well for Amazon as well. Like, it's, you know, that like Amazon, for anyone wondering, like, Amazon's money comes from like AWS service, like Prime. They're trying to insert adverts in just to get like even more revenue. And it's like, I'm just like, are they just going to put it on the platform? Be like, it's content.
I haven't watched.
That's Amazon.
Yeah.
This is content. Big IP, grab it.
Yeah.
Let's make a show out of it.
I haven't watched the latest season of Fallout, and I'm a big New Vegas fan, which is why I'm nervous about watching it. And from what I'm hearing about, like my boy Matty, like he's talking about like how episode 1 starts out strong, then episode 2 starts out, and like, why are we doing this? So like, I'm really nervous. Fallout season 1 was great from Amazon. From what I hear about season 2, they're just not hitting the right marks, and I was like, oh, come on, dude, don't do this to me. Love Vegas.
In here as well, at MTT19 has put, I've met Emma Myers. I think she could play the role really well. Firstly, that's very cool. You met Emma Myers. Secondly, do you ask her if she listens to StrangeCast? If she doesn't, you should leave this podcast chat, please. We don't want you here. You have to recommend it to every person you meet who's famous. They need to see this podcast. Or implausible, I'll never get over Shawn Mendes being involved at this at some point. That was something. I was like, what was going on there?
Yeah, Shawn Mendes being involved. Is Shawn Mendes like, okay, I'm not trying to say this in an insulting way. Is Shawn Mendes like relevant still? You know, I'm not trying to say.
Is the kind of person that would be your sleep paralysis demon. And you'd be like, hang on a minute, what's Shawn Mendes doing in my doorway? Yeah. Sleep paralysis demon? It's
Shawn Mendes. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time.
And that's what I mean. Like, if Shawn Mendes is actually like scoring the film, right? But it's like, is that a money seller? It's like scored by Shawn Mendes. It's like, are people like going to be hyped for that? I guess millennials are, you know?
Yes. There's a comment there. Alex Ryder 589. You guys are so negative. You sound like you don't even like the series or want it to do well again. I don't know if that's directed at also the chat.
I think I'm being like on the fence about the show. You know what I mean? Like, I'm super on the fence about it. Like, it could go really well if they cast, you know, Emma Myers.
That's a general question in the I think it says series as well. It says you guys are so negative. You sound like you don't even like the series or want it to do well again.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you guys, the series. Oh, talking about like Life is Strange Double Exposure. No, I wanted to.
franchise.
I wanted to do well. Absolutely. It's just
I obviously wanted to well because I would have been employed.
Also as well, let me just put this out there as well. Like, I don't know if that comments to the chat and stuff, but like, what do you expect at this point? Like, how many times have you seen the products change and the timelines and stuff? Like, they've run the series into the ground. Like, it's hard for people to be optimistic about things. People's morality is at the bottom here. Like, even people have the lowest expectation going into this game. You've buried the IP into the ground. It's hard to kind of be like, this is so different. We've run the podcast for 5 years. You go back to the True Colors era, it was a different kind of podcast. The tone had changed. That's what happens with this kind of thing. Like, everyone's moods change. Look at the chat. People's moods have changed. You can't just tell people, look, if you're happy accepting something that's given to you and it's in that kind of state, then that's on you. Like, you have to be critical about things. You have to apply critique with things.
yeah.
You can like things as well. I enjoy things. I enjoy the first Life is Strange. You can also critique it as well. It has plot holes and stuff like that in between it. Is it a perfect game? No. Like, nothing's a perfect game in this world. Like, even the chat as well, and expressing all the different opinions. Like, there's people who enjoy. We have one person that said they love double exposure in the game every time. Like, cool. I'm like, glad that you like it and you played it as well. Like, you know, you put it in our comments. Great on you. You know, like, it's just one of those things where.
But like, that's the thing. It's like I think all three of us want Life is Strange to be good because, like Baqir just said, like, obviously you be employed. Still at Tech 9.
Wow. I forgot as a dick. Like, yeah, God.
No. I don't like Life is Strange.
Yeah, you hate
I don't like Life.
even with me and Adnan, it's like we have a whole podcast that's just Life is Strange. So like, I think we kind of want the series to keep going. So like, all of us, like, it's a win-win situation. We get a good game, you know.
All art is fair to be critiqued.
Yeah,
all art
absolutely
can be critiqued.
So
if someone has a critique about double exposure and the work that I done on it, great. I'll take it. I'll listen to that critique.
Yeah,
that's part of being a creative. You have to listen to that.
I also said last year that like, when people like talking about double exposure stuff, I was like, Life is Strange needs to exist to benefit games like Lost Records, because if it exists, what do? You play Life is Strange. The first thing you say, what else can I play? Similar, Oxenfree, Lost Records. You want these games to exist because if Life is Strange disappears from the ecosystem, we can say goodbye to a large chunk of narrative games because other publishers will follow suit because they're like, actually, this is an established brand. It's failed. It's struggled to do that. Look how many times they tried to reboot Tomb Raider because they're like, it's a massive brand.
It's already begun. I'm speaking. Okay, this I could talk about because I'm speaking as from my indie experience and me going to pitch it to different publishers. Narrative games have been very, very tough to get a publishing deal for on the indie space in recent years.
Yeah.
Very, very tough. The genre has, I'm speaking completely from business terms. The genre has a certain cap. Particularly these type of narrative adventure games like Life is Strange and Lost Records. There's just only a certain amount historically that these games will make. There's a cap. And if your budget is so high that it won't generate as much money, then publishers won't sign those games. It's a simple math equation, basically. And that's been the reality these last couple years with all the layoffs is these games, because of, you know, not making or selling as many copies, so publishers will shy away from that. I remember 6 months ago, they were telling me horror games were all the rage and publishers were just signing horror games left and right. That's just the business economics.
And if I can piggyback off of that, it's like me being like even more indie on the indie scene. A lot of these developers who I'm working with have come from AAA studios. They've come from AA, and they're going like really indie, like from their own bedrooms. But they know what sells, and they're not making narrative. They're making roguelikes. They're making multiplayer. They're making something so they know what sells because they know the market. And this is why, going back to Fallout, recently the studio had come out to say like, and this is why when we make the next Fallout, we know you want to play for 60, 100, 200, you want to play for 600 hours. It's because they're trying to say like to publishers like, no, it doesn't just end with a story. We can pack on DLC. We can do this. You can play for 600 hours just like a live service game. So like I'm even seeing it just like on my end of the indie scene for sure.
And when you're saying with horror games backer as well, like they had big stream surgence as well. Like loads of streamers do little niche horror games because they're popular and people watch them for the numbers. And even when you said there as well, Adam, as well, like the narrative genre games are so struggling. Like, yeah, look at all the successes. Like, well, Claire Obscure is a bit of a different one, but like, you know, when you look at Dispatch and Balatro and is it Blueprints?
Blueprints, my
Yeah, so you
boy.
look at all these. We look at all
Yeah.
these games like they are indie success stories, and people are amazing, but it's not a thriving indie scene. It's like in the sense of narrative driven. It's like they are one-off anomalies, and it's like amazing. Like as you said before, if you put Dispatch in the Telltale era, it would have been Telltale essentially, wasn't it? As former Telltale developers, the numbers have gone down. Even Life is Strangers as well. Like every time Square Enix reports numbers and stuff, and like they try and hide like little numbers, you can see the costs are going up here and the returns are coming down. And it's because the genre is changing. People aren't necessarily maybe playing as many games. Look at I've got the Horizon statue next to me. Where's the next game? They were teasing at the end of the game. Where is it? Since
Were they
Forbidden
sequel
West.
baiting? Were they sequel baiting, Adnan?
They did. They put
Wow.
Aloy will return at the end, and
Well,
I was like, "Where's Aloy?"
the thing with most narrative games, I'll just add, is that with streaming, it's kind of a double-edged sword because a lot of people will watch people playing the game, but they may not buy
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
game.
Absolutely.
It doesn't translate into sales. That's unfortunately because it's, you know, with these type of games and the format, that's just the way it is more people would like to watch the game than play it.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
One thing as well, at Tristan VA's put here, Telltale in 2015 was peak. What's your favorite Telltale game?
I love the Batman series.
Really?
And I actually have a great story to tell. I have
Okay.
a great story to
It's
tell.
a hot take, but go for it. Yeah.
I actually had interviewed at Telltale 2 weeks before they shut down.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I was in the middle of my 5th layoffs.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
I was looking for work, and Telltale was talking to me about a designer position, and I flew out there. They flew me out there, and they were telling me, "Oh, we got this brand new office right across the highway." They were showing me we're going to go into that new building we just bought and all this, and I was like, "Oh, fantastic! You guys must be doing great." Okay.
Yeah.
And the interview went great. It went really great to the point where I thought, okay, I think I got a good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kept following up for them for like 2 weeks, and they're like, "Yeah, we're just winning some things on our end. Hold on." And then it just came in the news that Telltale shuts down, and I was like, "Oh well."
Oh, so
there's that.
Not from the interview. You just like saw it on the news, like on gaming.
Yeah, they didn't even tell me no because everyone was gone. So there's no one to tell me no.
You and John Stauder could have been cubicle buddies very soon if that would have happened.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
it could have
I
happened.
told that story to him. I remember, and I was like, "Hey, we almost worked together."
Yeah.
At Telltale.
That's crazy.
It was 2 weeks before they shut down.
Oh, damn.
Can you say if you were going to come in for the Stranger Things projects that they were making?
Yes, I believe at the time that might have been Stranger Things. Yeah, that they were looking for.
Because I remember the leaks that came out right before they shut down, and they showed some images that like they had like in the buyer's house. I'm like, oh my god, that would have been so good, dude. Like Stranger Things at its peak and Telltale at its like highest. Oh, and with that design.
That position, was for Stranger Things. They didn't show me anything about the game or anything like that. It was just I knew that it was for that game, but I had no idea anything about the project.
A question as well on the next game Reunion or Life is Strange, the next game is quick question from Sean Red 7681. I think there's one from Kevin. I'll come back to that later. What does he put? I've lost that. Yeah, Sean Red. Quick question. What do you think the time jump will be? 2 years to match the game, real time, or not?
No.
I think it's just going to be a couple of months.
Yeah, a couple of months after the game.
Yeah. I think they're going to switch it from winter to spring. Mm-hmm. So maybe potentially just next semester. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do too much of a time gap with this because if they're going to still use Caledon, then Max is still there. She's still working and doing kind of her thing. So just from a realistic standpoint, it wouldn't make sense to go too many years. Like,
I've got a comment follow up here as well.
There's an interesting text actually from Chloe at the end of the game where she actually texts Max like, "Hey, I know I'm the last person you want to hear from, but I heard about the storm and all this and whatnot." So there is that sort of hint of a potential connection very soon, and that might kick off this story.
Yeah. Oh, so you chose for Chloe to be alive in Double Exposure.
Yeah.
Me and you are different. We are from different cloths.
I did it just because I wanted to see how they would handle it. I was very curious.
Okay.
Overall, in terms of that choice.
Yeah.
It bleeds into the next part because Hellerad username put, wouldn't it need a lot of redesign if it's in spring? I don't think you would you?
No, it's the way I can speak to this. The way the environments kind of were, we had a snow system, and the environment artist did a really great job of like just literally we had the terrain and everything, and then we had the snow kind of on top of it.
Okay.
That was modeled out, so it wouldn't be too much of a like of a job to just remove the snow and add in lush green and kind of change it up, because the space is already there, the sets are already there, and so I don't think they would have too much of an issue to do that.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be too much work.
I got an update here as well from Alex Riley. I think constructive criticism is fair, but negativity does not help the fandom in supporting the series we love or our culture as a community. I want to be positive in the community that still appreciate as an imperfect franchise. You know what, Alex Ryder, as well? I agree with you. I also wish the publisher would stop fucking things up as well. Maybe that'll create my positivity, because ultimately it's not on the people who are making things and whatnot. It's about them putting themselves in this position and causing this, because if you go back to the True Colors era and things are there, it's a very different tone. You can't just say that we have to all be positive amid other things. Like you're in a pit where you're at now. You've made the conscious decision with Double Exposure where it ended and what the decisions were, and you're bringing Chloe Price back. Like ultimately you are going to create divisions now and stuff. Like, I think there's the question that came plausible. It's like we criticize it because we love it. Yeah. Like I sit here, like I'm like, yeah, I want to hate this game that basically changed my life.
That's why
I interviewed
all the haters.
Michelle last year.
Yeah.
What did I say to Michelle? Like, I would never have met Adam. I would never have met Abby. We never met this. We would never met Baqir. If we are all connected to this series in one shape or another.
Now I really wish Life Strange wasn't a thing, because I wouldn't have met either of you two. So I would have been a happier man.
Oh, okay. All right. Where's the end call button?
Oh dear.
That's the thing. It's just like, yeah, absolutely. Like I try to like be as positive as I can, while also saying like every time, like, hey man, this is Square's call. Like a lot of the time this is Square's thing. Like there might be artists out there. That's why I invited Baqir on this podcast, is because one, it would make Adnan freak out, and it always makes me a happy boy. But also,
this was sudden, by the way. This was sudden.
Yeah, I was
just trolling in the comments, and then he messaged me like, "Hey, you want to join?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not?"
Yeah, why not? But not only that, but like we have somebody here who worked on Double Exposure, worked on Life is Strange, and like poured their heart into this. We're positive because we're friends with the people that made Life is Strange. Like I want these people employed. I want these people creating something. But also at the same time, I need to recognize when they're doing like shady things, that being Square being shady in their practices. I think that if the Life is Strange franchise was sold off to a better one, like Tencent, for example, who would handle it so much better than anybody else. No, sorry. What about Embracer Group? Embracer Group would handle it so much better than Square Enix. Maybe not. No, Deep Silver.
No, but
you
need like a proper structure. Like you can't just say like you're being the negativity is spewed out because of decisions that have come from whatever entity it is, like however you want to treat it. And this is the result of it. Like we all sat here, the three of us, we should all be sat here really looking forward to whatever the next Life is Strange game. But everyone is on the edge of their seat because they're like, hang on a minute. Are you going to do something which is questionable? It's almost like that Homer Simpson moment. Everyone's watching from the background. It's like, wait a minute, he's going to do something stupid. And he's about to push that button. It's like, we're all waiting that moment. So we're all in that position. Like, things have changed. But anyway, actually, one for Adam as well. This is the best comment at the H02. Adnan and Adam, is there any information you guys have about the upcoming game that no one knows? And if you do, can you say it?
Yes, I can say it. Here we go. I'm saying it right now. Chloe remains dead. She's dead the whole time. Adam was right the entire time. She's in the ground. She's worm food. Sorry, guys.
Oh, by the way, as well, that would be quite funny if it's Safi posing as Chloe and it's not actually Chloe. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
The reactions.
They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that again.
No.
The reactions. Oh my god! To be honest, that's what I would do.
No.
I'd just light the match and throw it, and be like, "Here we go!" Like,
On a
oh my
serious
god!
note, I don't really think, like, I'm not even trying to be facetious or trying to hide anything. I don't think me and Adnan really have like any solid information about this that we can like even leak. You know, it's all speculation and what Adnan has seen from public information, such as the PEGI, such as following the breadcrumbs of like Instagram posts and all that. You know what I mean? Adnan, I know, is just a sneaky little boy, and he's an investigative journalist. That's what he does as a living. Would you say that you're an investigative journalist, though?
No.
I think you're just a journalist. You're just your run of the mill journalist boy.
Yeah, everyone thinks that like the entire industry is full of Jason Schreiers, but unfortunately, people like me keep the lights on at places when I'm doing journalism because like very few people get to do. Man, no, but no, it's true though. Like the investigative journalism does not yield the results you do. You need to be making money via clicks and pages and stuff like that. You know, that's the business you're doing. You know, you might get one-off opportunities like with, and it's not a sly on people like Jason Schreier or Rebecca Valentine or whoever else with it. That doesn't keep the bills alive on those businesses. They need to be producing guides. They need to be producing all kinds of things that are getting clicks and they're getting adverts numbers and stuff like that. So, no, investigative journalism takes ages to do as well. And you need to have the right pool of contacts and stuff. I don't do it in the gaming industry. I left this industry years ago. I just do this as a fun hobby. When I disappear. And it's like, good night, see you later. I just enjoy Life is Strange and that's why I do it. But as about information, well, you can enjoy the game when you play it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the game when you play it.
I know I will.
Yeah. Of course he is. This man's going to be like chilling there. He's like, no one can yell at me whilst I'm playing this because I wasn't involved in it.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Baqir, here's a question. Here's a hypothetical question. Would you be credited in this game in any way, shape, or form if they use your assets? Or are you now null and void from it?
I would think if they reuse the existing spaces that I designed, like the Overlook, you know, or the spaces my team had designed, like Fab Building, North Quad, that we maybe would, but because I'm not at Deck 9 as an employee working on it, you know, it depends. Like with remasters, do they credit the original team who did the existing designs?
Yeah, they actually they listed Ashley Birch, but Ashley with an E before the Y. So they said, oh, a person named Ashley Birch was the original capture. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Then I guess that could be if they use the existing spaces.
Yeah.
I feel like they will, but it would be cool. But I'm not holding my breath.
I think they might even put you at the bottom where it's like additional thank yous into like people who are working the first.
I'm already in additional thank yous.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I think we're coming up to the end. I'm getting hungry and I'm out of kombucha. So
yeah, it's been going for a while. Right now. But yeah, thank you for everyone joining it. It was amazing. I think there was a question for Kevin Lack. I think it might be a good way to end back. He said rank the Life is Strange games in a tier.
Oof. Okay. Interesting.
They're all equal.
Nah,
they're like your children.
I don't want any backlash on me. I'm okay. I'll just say Liz 1 definitely is king. It stays at the top.
Yeah,
that's all I'll say. After that, it's up to everyone's interpretation.
Wow. Okay. So Double Exposure is number 2 for you. Absolutely.
Do you know what? I want to be angry if you. Like it's your game. Like, come on.
Yeah, I have a connection to that game because I worked on it, and just it was some of the most creative work in my career that I felt, you know, and especially with the challenges that we had, you know, all the restrictions and stuff, and things we could do and not do, and to try to make a game out of it, you know, just to me, you know, there's a special place in my heart for Double Exposure, even if people may not like it, despite the backlash. I personally like it, and every time I see a fan on the forums or say, "Hey, I love Double Exposure," it makes me happy.
Yeah,
at least somebody liked the game.
And in the comments, please do say if you like Double Exposure, dude, 10 toes down. Like me and Adnan might be negative about it, but if you say I liked it, 10 toes down, buddy. Yeah, I respect you for it.
I'm constructively negative about it. I still like things about
no,
it.
I'm on the episodes with you, buddy. Yeah, constructively.
Mate, I still liked about things about it. Did I not? Like
I watched the
Jackson?
episodes, buddy.
I enjoyed the motion capture, the soundtrack. I've said things that I like about it until someone explains.
Oh, what
to me
about
how
the level
stuff is
design,
right.
Adnan? Do you like the level design?
Yeah, exactly. I was getting to that as well. I was like, the man.
You were getting
I was
that.
like this. I was like, this is why reunion's already fallen a couple of points as well. Because I'm like, the man who's like making these levels, he ain't here anymore. Like, come on, man. By the way, as well, you could have done
What about the narrative?
Well, yeah, that'll also be a 50 times improvement now with the new team that they're bringing up there. There was a funny comment here as well, back. It said Priceful Punk put as well, put D at number 1 and then dip. Laugh my ass off.
Nah, no one can dethrone Life is Strange 1.
Yeah, absolutely. It is the king.
Even I got to admit that.
But yeah, thank you so much to everyone for joining. Just last 2 comments here as well, which is from at the H Show 2. But thank you guys for covering Life is Strange stuff. And at Hot Dog Man, this was my first live stream because I work overnights and I'm nocturnal. Thank you to everyone.
Wait. We can't like the HO2 anymore because of like the next comment they said.
I love Life is Strange Double Exposure. I honestly am beyond excited for the sequel, but I hate Lost Records. No, get out. Go, no. No.
Yes.
Eject this person. Eject this person. Moderator, get rid of this person. Get rid of this person. Get rid of Alex as well. We were criticizing earlier. We need to eject them from the chat. We're done here. No, but thank you everyone for joining. We've been on for a while. It's been an absolute pleasure. This was not the original intention planned here, but it has turned into absolute delight. Baqir, thank you so much for coming on. We'd love to have you on after the games come out and what else is happening. So it'll be great for that. And then also as well, Orphan Rabbit 87 has put, hope you guys have a wonderful night at Love Heart. Thank you so much, guys. If you are here as well, please do like as well. We do appreciate that. And also as well, you will be able to get this podcast at some point, I think, when we've edited it. It's going to be a while before it edits as well because of how long it is now. I mean, I'm just going to...
You got to edit all the times that I'm pumping on this.
Not a chance. The next game would be out after that. There'll be like a remake of Double Exposure and also this next game by the time this gets edited. Not a chance. I'm just gonna
got the video done, guys.
Mate, this is getting the swift treatment from me. Boom, one edit. You get the podcast and you can enjoy it. But yeah, thank you for joining us, guys. I'm gonna end it up here. Thank you to everyone who's leaving comments at the end. We really appreciate you. And Baqir, thank you so much for joining. It was great for you ambushing this chat and just adding the flavor to it as well.
Oh, did I also say another special guest? Todd Howard's coming on. Todd, come on in, buddy.
Mate, when you were saying that, I was like looking in the corner. I was like, who's going to join next? Is it Webb or is it going to be Zach or like Jonathan Zimmerman? I was even expecting John Stour to turn up at one point. I was like, who's going to join next? I'm like, I've got no like control over here at like the corner of my eye. But yeah, absolute pleasure.
He got scared for a second too. He was scared. He's like,
Mate, yeah, I was like, who's coming in? And like the suit's coming in or something to grab us or something. I'm like, what have we done? Like, who said something? It's like, has he said something that he's not allowed? I'm like, damn. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you so much. Take care, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye. Later.
yeah.
Ready for the mosh pit, Shaka Bra.